Peace, y'all. We live on the YouTube
Hey,
channel.
Hey, hey,
We about
hey.
to make things go down.
it's going down in the diggity down in the basement.
Yeah, remember they had that show in the basement?
Right.
You ever see DMX on there?
I don't remember ever seeing him, but
Oh,
that was so
there's
long
my
ago.
notification
Yeah, I've never seen DMX on there, and I don't know if he was.
in the
I
basement.
don't think he
With
was
Tigger?
with Tigger. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably wasn't, but he here today. We gonna have him on our joint today. We
Okay.
gonna talk about old
Yes,
DMX today
we
in the
are.
basement, y'all.
So listen, folks, we have a couple different previous posts that we would like to revisit. So we're gonna keep this pretty brief and short so that we can get through all of the topics that we want to discuss today. But as my brother Bourne has said, he's giving you a hint as to what this first topic is about. It's about DMX.
Indeed, indeed, and it's about. Well, listen, I'm not even gonna say anything. We'll let the experience speak on it.
Mm,
Well, we have a clip, and that's what you want them to see, right? You want to talk about that
yes.
clip. So, can you show them that?
We will be showing them.
Let's kick it off with the clip.
I'm
Hold
curious.
on.
I feel two kind of ways. I agree, and then I have
Ooh.
some other thoughts.
All right
So,
Okay.
now.
let's see.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We gotta see. Look here. We gotta wait. We gonna show it, but give us a minute. We gonna go 1 minute before we show that one. Um, to somebody get here
Okay.
because they got to switch over from the
From the
Facebook
stuff.
to the.
So, we're going to say,
Yeah.
All
just to
right.
give us a few minutes of chat time, thinking
Right.
about what we were going to talk about this week. I thought it would be nice, and I was moving all week, so I felt like I didn't get a chance to really
Sit
put my
down.
mind on it. And I was like, just scrolling through the group. I was like, we never talked about this. That got a lot of comments. Maybe
Mhm.
that's what we should do.
Oh,
So
that was good. I like that.
I thought a lot of people might get an opportunity to talk about some things they posted or share some ideas they had on some of the things I was posting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
his favorite chick,
Oh,
Oh
Candace.
man. Oh
Candace.
man.
Candace.
Ooh.
She
Oh.
evokes strong
Sheesh.
emotion. So I guess in that way she's successful. Because she's no middle ground. Either you
She
like her or you
has
do
a
not.
definite following and fan base. Let's just keep it there.
And either they love her or they hate her.
Right.
And I don't know if there's any lukewarm middle ground
We
when it
don't-
comes to her.
We don't.
I've
take-
never met anybody that just like, I don't really like her, but I don't really hate her either. She's all right. Nah.
We
I
don't.
know
We don't
those
take.
people.
We don't take middle grounders over here.
We take even to the left.
Well,
even
we
if
already
they
know
to the
where
left
at
with
least
her.
Queen I stands with Candace. Definitely not a fan at
And
all.
I'm pretty sure
And I got a secret
I
love with
mimic
her.
as opposed to
And you okay? So y'all don't really like her. Yeah, well, she got a big head, but what else? I mean,
It's beyond the head.
The head is.
I
got a
mean, the
big
circumference
head.
of her head is probably no bigger or smaller than mine.
that mean her
I don't
body little
care.
D.
Oh my God.
Got a big head, little body. But she fun to listen to. I'm gonna tell you that. Mr. Simmons,
fun
what
to
it
laugh
do,
at.
cuz? What it do? You in the build? Look who here.
Hey, Mr.
Hey,
Simmons.
Mr.
We got-
Simmons.
Man, what kind of questions you got for her tonight?
We gonna chat about it.
Yeah, we gonna bring it up. We gonna let it be known. Where you at, Mr. McDaniels? All of the ladies. JJ, I ain't seen you yet. Come on down though.
All right, we're gonna get the tagging folks now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Come
indeed.
on out.
Yes, indeed.
Hang out with us. I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, let's start it up. We're gonna play this clip so that y'all can see where we coming from. So let me do a little sharing here.
While you loading that up, I'm gonna say it's so interested to be on the other side of things
Isn't
because
it?
I've been like expecting the notification to come through at a certain time, and I
Mhm.
promise, like right when it's gonna happen, I get to doing something, and then I'll look back and be like, oh, they already started, and then I gotta come in all late.
Really?
But yeah, all the time it kind of never fails. It's like,
But today your notification came in right on time.
yeah, no, it don't be that. It be me anticipating,
Oh,
waiting for it to happen
gotcha.
like all day in my mind. Oh, today's Thursday. We got chat today. and it be in my mind.
And when he failed,
Till it's time, and then
they shamed him.
Mm-hmm.
All that love he got, nigga, when he was on top, nigga, when he went to going to jail and doing this and doing that, and mug shots, they shamed him.
Yeah, they did.
Nigga, they talked about him. They would take pictures of him and videos of him in gas stations, make memes about him. Man, they shamed him. But when he died, they loved him. He wasn't around to get the love. But when he died, all of a sudden, everybody playing his music. Imagine what that love could have done for this struggling addict. But when I die, here come this love. But if you would have put that love on me when I was alive, it probably would have gave me one more day.
I gotta do this again, y'all. One more time.
Probably would have gave me one. Man, I need that love, homie, when I'm at my lowest. But they don't give you that love when you done been this high and gotta come to your lowest. They laughing like a motherfucker. So that's when I realized this is bullshit, this culture. That's when it hit me, man, this character. They love DMX. That's why when Earl Simmons died, they played all DMX music. It wasn't nothing for Earl. They don't give a fuck up. They laughed at Earl. DMX was a performing motherfucker. Man, he reigned.
He did.
And when he failed, they shamed him. All that love he got, nigga, when he was on top, nigga, when he went to going to jail and doing this and doing that, and mug shots, they shamed him.
Yeah, they did.
Nigga, they talked about him. They would take pictures of him and videos of him in gas stations, make memes about him. Man, they shamed him. But when he died, they loved him. He wasn't around to get the love. But when he died, all of a sudden, everybody playing his music. Imagine what that love could have done for this struggling addict. But when I die, here come this love. But if you would have put that love on me when I was alive, it probably would have gave me one more day. Probably would have gave me one. Man, I need that love, homie, when I'm at my lowest. But they don't give you that love when you done been this high and got to come to your lowest. They laughing like a motherfucker. So that's when I realized this is bullshit, this culture. That's when it hit me, man, this character. They love DMX. That's why when Earl Simmons died, they played all DMX music. It wasn't nothing for Earl. They don't give a fuck up. They laughed at Earl.
What y'all say?
I'll
What
let
do
the
you-
special guest lead us off
Yeah,
in
you gonna have to take
conversation
this
today.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with nothing he said in the video was wrong.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Bro,
All of those things could be true. I don't have a dispute with what he said. I just feel like it's not the entirety of the situation. Because I feel like everybody knew DMX struggled. And I don't know if you've ever been in love with an addict, but
I haven't.
whether that's a good thing.
Right.
Count your blessings. You can know that addict is struggling. You can know they having good days and bad days, but it's, in my opinion, unfair to put that burden on other people and say you didn't love him enough for him to not be addicted. And my experience has been, it doesn't matter how much love you give to somebody. The moment they succumb to that addictive behavior, no amount of love is going to change that person's mind.
Right.
So that's the one challenge I have with he was saying about what he was saying. And I feel like if you could interview DMX now, he would regret his decision probably to become an addict. But would he agree with people didn't show him love?
No.
I don't think he would agree with that.
That's
he is one of the
very
most
valid point.
beloved rappers in the game. And this is a man who was probably seen the most human out of any rapper in the game.
That's true.
Because he was rah DMX, dudes loved him.
Right.
But he would
He
get
was
on
very
stage
raw.
and
He
pray.
was very, very emotional.
Yeah.
And had no qualms
Transparent.
about expressing his emotions in
Mhm.
song,
all.
in interviews.
In prayer and his shows.
Absolutely.
And he would literally bring grown men to tears
Yes.
with his prayers.
Yes.
Because you could feel that he's like, God, I'm really reaching out because it takes you every day to help me get through.
Yes.
And people who live real lives could feel that. Like, yeah, I need God every day just to make it through the stuff I'm going through.
Mhm.
So to imply that people weren't giving him enough love and that somehow contributed to his addiction, I don't think is actually fair to say.
Statement, yeah.
Mhm.
And to say loving him would have gave him one more day, but then what would have happened the next day?
Mhm. Peace, Mr. Higgins.
That is so very
Oh.
true. I think
Hmm.
wow, when you put it in that perspective, it changes my view on what Charleston said, to be honest. I was 100% in agreement with him that people just didn't love him enough. But I've never loved someone with addiction. Neither has Born. So we don't know the struggle, the day-to-day struggles that loving someone like that who doesn't love themselves enough, what that's like.
But what? So now with Charleston, what Charleston was saying, he said it, and what I'm hearing is different. Is this? Um, everybody loved DMX, right? But Earl was the one that struggled,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Earl didn't get the love that DMX got. The character got more
Ooh.
love than the person, the individual that he was outside of the performance, outside of the rah-rah, right? He was still a person that needed somebody to say, look here, man, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I got one of my guys, Mr. McCrary, when he see you, he hug you for maybe a minute. He said, I'm gonna hold you for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His older brother, in his 60 years old, you know. He said, I'm gonna hold you for a minute. Said you can feel the love. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
to imply that he didn't get that, though, I think is also a bit unfair. You know what I mean? Like, this was a man who was actually married and had a young daughter. So to think that even those that were very close to him didn't give him that type of love is a bit unfair to say to his family, those that really truly did embrace and love Earl.
So what happened though with what Charleston White was saying and just reading to what he was saying was that when DMX was performing and he was able to take care of people, they loved that.
Yep.
They loved the DMX persona, right? And when Earl
got locked up,
when Earl fell down,
right?
Because DMX didn't fall, Earl fell.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
The person
he
outside
went to
of the
prison.
performance.
Right. He went to
fell.
prison as Earl.
And they showed that person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The person that they showed, I remember people making jokes about how he looked. Man, he looked, crackhead.
Crackhead, right. That's I heard that so many
times. But then
times.
when his hair is cut and he on stage, he barking.
Yeah.
And that's what people wanted to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody said, oh man, he looked down and out. Let me hold him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you can't go into what his family dynamic was.
Right.
Because I'm sure they probably was like, man, I want, look, come on, dad, all of this type of stuff, right? Because it was dad, that's a different persona. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But then what Charleston White was speaking about was how everybody, like, he wasn't lying. Like the Dream said, when DMX left, when Earl died, that's all I heard. DMX. They was playing him on the radio. They was talking about him on every podcast. They people was just playing his music in the cars. Being in the barbershop, you hear all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Being around that type of environment, you hear everything. Being outside with some people, you hear stuff like that, right? So we hearing all of that stuff, and I'm like, everybody wasn't playing DMX all the time like that.
You're right.
Not now. Like back in the days, people loved, but you showing DMX the love, but if somebody could have held on to him a little bit more, like you said, being in love with an addict, right? I wasn't, but I think it's something that I can still speak on. If you see that going in that direction, you can possibly be like, come on, Let's do this. And even if we don't get you there, at least you can, when you do get locked up, you can be like, yeah, Bourne was down for me. Let me reach out to Bourne and see what he say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he might have had some people do that, but the people that he was speaking about was the ones that was trying to
fans.
shame him.
Right.
You know, whoever it was that
fair
shamed
weather
him.
fans.
Yeah.
The
people
fair
who
weather
always
fans.
have something to say regardless to whatever you do.
Right.
Yeah,
When you
especially
up,
when
they
down.
talk about you. When you're down, they talk
Yeah.
about you.
Look at his hair.
It's a
Look
fact.
at this.
They
Look how he
build you
look.
up to tear you
You
down.
know, he done got all small and stuff and woo woo and stuff. Like the last time I seen him perform, I actually liked his performance, but it was the verses.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where they
yeah.
did the
Ooh.
verses, right?
Mhm.
I knew
Yeah.
he was a little winded, but I liked his performance.
Yeah.
But all I heard was people talking crazy about the performance.
Wow.
But
You
that's
know
what
what I'm saying?
people do. Like
Yeah.
Right, but that's the
they
love
build
that
you up to tear you
That's
down, which is
superficial
why
love,
you
though.
Right.
which
When
is
you-
why you can't depend on people for the love, which is why
Right.
I appreciated his prayers because
And see
he
that
was going beyond
absolutely.
people's opinion.
And that's what
asking
I
God
love
for it.
about him as a
Right.
person is that he's able to see and recognize that fake love, and he talked about it so much in
I
his
don't need it,
interviews and
right?
in his songs. He
Mhm.
spoke about that, like, if you don't bring that fake love around me.
right.
So he spoke about it and he was true to it. He identified it, he could recognize it a mile away.
Right.
But he also embraced those that embraced him, whether it be musically or outside of music. Like, one thing I
Right.
really loved about his later years was he and his wife went on marriage boot camp. And I watch a whole lot of reality TV, so I know a lot of that shit is scripted, but you
you
can
get to
see
see
some really
pieces.
raw emotions in him.
Mhm.
So if anybody has ever seen marriage boot camp with DMX and his wife on there,
I
it
never-
was
Share.
eye-opening.
I never seen that, but I seen that interview he did with Ivana.
Iyanla
Iyanla
Van
Van
Zandt.
Zandt.
Yeah, her. I seen
And
that
even
interview,
that
and he
is
was
raw as-
that was raw.
Yes.
I
So
loved him on that one.
you really see that who he is on stage is not too far-fetched from who he is in real life.
Right.
And DMX was created to protect Earl.
Yes.
Earl tried to stay undercover.
Guarded,
He
yes.
tried to, he wasn't sharing Earl with the world.
Mm-mm.
He was sharing the persona that he created to protect Earl.
Exactly.
Now, from what I know, and I don't claim to have any in-depth personal knowledge, but his wife, and sorry, because no disrespect to the woman he was with when he passed, I don't want to pass over her, but the things that him and his wife went through, how she was down for him, through thick, through thin, up and down, and you can tell that all she wanted to do was love
just
him.
love him.
Not that she didn't get sick of the nonsense they was going through because of his addiction, but all she wanted to do was love Earl.
But that's what he talking about.
And Swiss Beats too. Like, he had friends that was really not industry friends. Like
That
you
was
said,
real.
he would call out the fake love. So I don't think he attracted a lot of fake love kind of people because his aura just wasn't gonna let them be around him. But he had true blue friends that would really
ride or die for him.
Right.
Yes, like
too.
Sweet, like Swiss Beats, and like you know, his ex-wife Tashira, and you know, hopefully the girl he had children with, who he was with when he died. It wasn't hard. I don't think it was hard to love him, but it's hard to see somebody destroy themselves and you don't have the power to fix it or change it.
Right. But that's the point that Ice made, where you loving somebody, right, while they're good. And then when they down, you kick them. That's that fair weather fan. Fair weather friend.
Yes.
You know, fair weather family member. That's who that is. That's the people who really you start being like, man, okay, so everybody not family. You know, some people is just blood related, but we're not family. Because we got to get away from that part, because that person is down for us when we up. But when we down, they kick us. And that's what he usually got. And because, like mentioned in that Ayana show, Van Sant, the doctor, whatever her name is. Iyanla, her. What's that again?
Iyanla.
Whatever her name. That one.
You close.
Her, right? So with her, mentioning her name, mentioning her show, when you seen him on that show with his son crying, right? And then how he was snapping, somebody should have been like, look here, man, come on, let's talk, man. We gotta get this settled.
She tried, but she knew
No,
he needed
not her.
more than her.
Not her.
She knew he needed more than her.
Yeah, he needed you
somebody that
and
could
me.
have changed it, but to put that burden on another person, maybe somebody could have changed it, but there's no guarantee anything would have been different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the perspective that you and I lack.
Well, you deal with
perspective
what's
of
name,
someone
though.
who is giving him that love, that raw, genuine love and emotion, and he combated it.
But not one person though. That's what Charleston wasn't talking about. One individual.
It only takes one person.
But he wasn't talking about one person. He was talking. That's why
he was directing it towards those fair weather friends
to everybody. And that was.
And trust and believe. We ain't DMX, but we all got them.
Right, no doubt. And see, his direction was to the people who, when he come to town, they want to be backstage.
Right.
But when he's not in town, they don't give a fuck about him.
Right.
They don't care nothing about.
Well, we have people like that. We have people like that in our everyday lives right now today, and we're just common folks.
Oh.
Well, I mean, we're all not gods.
Okay.
Like
that's I mean,
we all aren't gods.
We ain't common. But we way up here. We way up here.
I still have a lot of lessons to learn before I can say that I'm gonna put myself above all.
All you gotta do is come on down and I'll teach you. Don't worry about it.
However,
straight out.
I do hold myself in very high regard. So
that's good.
I do also feel though that in my immediate circle and within just the circle of people that I know, that I have people around me that just don't really care when I'm out of sight.
Right.
Like they don't care about my struggles, my day-to-day activities.
Yeah.
I have people that I've known since elementary school that don't check on me on a daily.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
And it was one of the hardest lessons for me to accept 2022. I think that was my year-long lesson. To let people show you who they are, let them be who they're going to be. And if I make them a priority and they make me an option, I have to be strong enough to fall back and not feel like I just want to be with them, or why they didn't invite me, or why they not checking on me, or I had to fall all the way back, and my circle got that small. And I was about to get sad about it till I remembered one of my prayers. I was like, remove them all. If that's what it takes for you to elevate me to the next level and see people for who they are and what they really want,
give me 1 second.
Remove it.
All right. So Bobby Simmons said, wow, experience. I loved your different take on Mr. Earl Simmons about his struggles and the people's lack of love. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely gives you a whole different perspective on things.
And like I said, I don't have no inside knowledge of something that anybody else doesn't know, but I think it's more than one perspective than just was in that video.
Absolutely. And we're not saying that the perspective Charleston had was wrong. We're simply saying that was one way to look at it, but you have to look at it from all sides before casting an opinion, so to speak. I mean, you're a public figure. So when you say certain things that kind of blast fans who really cared about him, but people like us who are true fans, if we had the opportunity to try and reach out and touch Earl, not DMX, we probably would have. So to blanket us all in that same category is a bit unfair.
Yeah. I feel like that about Pac. Like,
yes,
I hate that people only loved the public persona. I was so curious about the actual man himself. So,
all right, JJ. So you want to know what the topic is? We are simply going over a wealth of topics, not one specific topic, just a bunch of topics that we scrolled through the group and found that we actually haven't talked about certain things. These were posts that were made in the past by viewers like yourself who come to the group and post interesting topics. And DMX, this one was one that we hadn't talked about. So we decided to bring it before you guys, along with a few other topics. And we'll get to those when our brother Born comes back. But for the meantime, just sit tight. We're probably going to talk about some things that might be of more interest to you. Bobby Simmons, DMX, Dark Nana X, for those that didn't know.
That's what it stood for.
And this mouse is acting crazy. Here we go. Death is difficult to understand. People come from far to attend the services. People start to appreciate the hard work and struggles that just maybe we're all going through. Yeah, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Absolutely.
And Bourne mentioned how people wasn't playing his music as much till he died. I think that happens with every celebrity. Tina Turner just passed. All week I've been traveling, and in every airport I've been in, I've heard Tina Turner playing. Does that mean they wouldn't have played her before? Absolutely not. But does that mean they making a conscious effort to play her now? Absolutely.
Right.
It's respect. It's homage. I don't think it's a negative thing.
No.
I felt like a fair weather fan when Biz Markie died, and I spent all day playing his music.
Oh yeah.
And I was
absolutely.
like, if he wouldn't have died, I probably wouldn't be playing it.
Right.
But since he ain't gonna make nothing else new, let me take a trip down memory lane.
Right.
Remind myself why I loved him, send his spirit off with some gratitude and thanks for his contribution to music.
Right. I mean, I took it very hard when a few of my favorite artists died, like Aaliyah and like Michael Jackson. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan as a kid. I walked around with my Walkman on and had my Thriller tape. I had the glove, everything. So, and I had posters. I had the Thriller poster, the Billie Jean poster, all on my wall. And despite how he lived in his later years, I was still a fan. And had I had the opportunity to have a conversation with him while he was still living, maybe then that would have opened me up to a different side of Michael Jackson. And there are people in his life that did have those conversations with him and probably share a different perspective than what we all saw through media. So, I mean, it goes to the same with DMX. He was a very wonderful person from what we all saw. It's okay to relish in his memory and say, you know, he was a wonderful artist and some of his songs spoke to me. Some of his prayers I could relate to, but you know, don't necessarily call those people fair weather fans. I mean, they loved him for who they could see based off of what he wanted us as fans to see
and to know. And I ain't mad at him for it. I mean, everybody got a birth date and a death date. And if you get to do something spectacular with your little dash, kudos to you. And it just kind of shows the world that it doesn't matter. So when I'll speak for myself. When you in a position and you still trying to figure out finances and making a way in life and getting where you're trying to go, sometimes it feel like if you just had the answer to those things, life would be perfect. And I love that, you know, people's scenarios like this shows that you can have all the things and life is still difficult sometimes.
It is. Yeah, very true.
So shout out to DMX.
Shout out.
Rest in peace. Long live the music.
Right.
He was definitely a dope dude.
He left a nice gym behind.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who Tamika McKnight is, but thank you for joining us.
Bam, bam.
Hey. Bam, bam. And Stacy, my cousin. Hey.
Hey, Bam, Bam, and Stacy.
How do you change it on the screen? I mean, not how do you change it?
All right, so we're going to move on to our next topic. Yeah, we read all of those comments.
Miss Terry joined us.
Hey,
JJ was lost. She didn't know exactly what our topic was for today.
Tina shared it.
Oh, Mr. Mitchell in the building.
Hey, Mr.
There you
Mitch.
go. How you doing? So, what was topic number 2?
What's up, Meek?
Oh, you know.
Oh, she said stop playing.
Oh,
stop playing with her, acting like you didn't know who she was.
That's
right.
That's me.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mika. I don't know you, but welcome.
No, you do know her.
I know her.
That's me down in Dallas.
I don't know Mika in Dallas.
Corey's sister.
Wait. Where did this name come from? I know who
it's Mika.
Mika Michelle.
Yeah.
Mika. Okay. Not Mika
She
McKnight.
she went to Custer.
Okay.
Yeah, you know her.
You probably know her by face.
She been on the show.
Speaking of
I
which,
had no idea.
What's your graduating year?
92.
92.
Look,
What
she
was
said
yours?
90.
I was right with you.
You
You was
wasn't with me.
89.
Yes,
I was 88.
88, yeah.
I was
He was-
gone.
No, you was there. I was there. I was there in 86.
Yeah, I'm saying I was
86,
gone in
87, 88, 89. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90.
Yep.
Is it from 86 to 90?
I was a senior when you was a sophomore. You know seniors don't know sophomores.
Wow.
I'll check
He
you out.
said you was checking me out.
I was checking you
This
out.
man crazy.
Yeah, we was
Did
all,
you know sophomores when you was a senior?
I did because I dated a song.
Oh,
See?
well, see, there she go.
See?
Blowing up my logic right in my
See?
dang on face.
I
All
dated
right.
a freshman when I was a senior. Shame on me.
You dated a freshman.
I
when you was a senior.
did. I did because he was a ball player and he was automatically varsity. And you know, us cheerleaders, we go for stuff like that.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I would name names, but I'm not gonna put him on the spot.
We gonna leave that. We gonna leave
'Cause he
them
is a
where they
viewer.
be.
Mika, have a great recovery from your surgery. All right.
Yes.
No.
Mr. Mitchell said, put the link
Yep.
up. We did that. And
Speedy
anybody that want to join
recovery.
us.
So if
wanna
y'all in the
join?
comments and y'all want to get on camera and talk with us, we got a few more topics coming up. Just hit that link.
Said, when you're already popular, you know everybody. Give me 1 second. I want to see something, y'all.
We up to video number 2. So that was video number 1 about
Anyways.
me and Mr. DMX.
Yeah.
Charleston White's view on the fans. Let's
So let's
jump
see what
into
the
number
next one
2.
is. Oh,
This one gonna be
this one
good.
was funny too. I was like,
This one's gonna be good. I think y'all gonna like
I
this
like
one.
the guy's
this is gonna spark some
perspective on this
conversation.
one.
I agree. Hey, we're about to share the screen, y'all, so this is going to be good. Mr. Simmons said, why did you only acknowledge your cousin, Stacey Terry?
We acknowledged you, Mr. Simmons. As a matter of fact, we
You was
called
the
your
first
name
one.
before you
Yeah.
even popped in the video.
Because she ignores me lately. You've been ignoring me?
I have not been ignoring
Miss
my
Terry?
cousin. I have not.
But
we-
hello,
we-
And I think we
Talk
shouted out
almost on a
everybody.
daily. And we
Yeah.
did shout you out at the
Mr.
beginning of this show, man.
Mr.
You might as
Simmons,
well
you
go
got the
back and
first
watch
shout
it.
out. You got the
Yeah.
first shout out, Mr.
You
Simmons.
did.
We're about to do another presentation, y'all. We're going to do that.
All right, topic number 2.
1
This is
second.
one of those topics that did make it to our
Oh,
group,
wait.
but we did not speak about it live. So we're going to talk about it today for a little bit.
And I'm curious to see what y'all got to say about this one.
Yeah.
This is the dream experience.
Hey.
That's who that is, Mika.
I told you I didn't
Ken-
know Mika. Hi,
Kendall
Mika.
Renee. Kendall Renee on the book.
Yes.
But the dream experience. We change names around here.
Yeah, he's every freaking week.
Every
So my
time
name-
something new comes up, he's like, "Oh, I love that name for you."
That's what it is. Everybody got a name.
Kendall Renee.
Don't make me tell you
Screen
everybody's
Lane.
name though.
We gonna keep it. We
Yeah,
gonna keep it. We
we'll
gonna
keep
keep
this
it PG.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, we're gonna get you in there in a second after I do this other presentation. Give us 1 second. Tell us what y'all think about this one.
All right, and go. Let's play it.
Oh, can't share that one. That's the book I'm writing.
Oh my
No, we
goodness.
don't want
wanna
that.
see that yet. When you're
I'm
ready
sure
to
it's probably
launch.
raunchy.
Here y'all
no,
go.
It's gonna be lovely. Watch. All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Listen to this.
Oops.
Thursday at 5, baby, and this is how I need you to come dressed. Where the are they at? Where they at? Because I don't think they exist.
Hey girl, it's me. Listen, on Thursday at 5 o'clock, we are going out. I need you to put on a cute dress, nothing too formal. We're gonna have a good time. All right? What was that? Yes, this Thursday coming up. What color dress? Whatever color you want. I don't really care. No, you don't have to go shopping. You just take some out your closet. I don't care if it matches your shoes. I don't care how you wear your hair. Wear it the way you wear it. No, we can't change the day. We're going at 5 o'clock. We're not going at 8. You can watch Basketball Wives anytime. I don't know if they have Cajun shrimp. I am not about to call them and see if they can add it to the menu. I don't know what kind of dessert they got. Everybody don't sell cheesecake. No, we're not going to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, of course, Cheesecake serve cheesecake. That's their name. Is it cold in the restaurant? Do they have crab cakes? You know what? We're not going. We're not going. It's over. We're not going.
I want to play that
I the
again.
men that's gonna say, "Can you be ready on Thursday at 5, baby?" And this is how I need you to come dressed. Where the are they at?
Where they at?
Where they at?
Where?
Because I don't think they exist.
Hey girl, it's me. Listen, on Thursday at 5 o'clock, we are going out. I need you to put on a cute dress, nothing too formal. We're gonna have a good time. All right? What was that? Yes, this Thursday coming up. What color dress? Whatever color you want. I don't really care. No, you don't have to go shopping. You just take some out your closet. I don't care if it matches your shoes. I don't care how you wear your hair. Wear it the way you wear it. No, we can't change the day. We're going at 5 o'clock. We're not going at 8. You can watch Basketball Wives anytime. I don't know if they have Cajun shrimp. I am not about to call them and see if they can add it to the menu. I don't know what kind of dessert they got. Everybody don't sell cheesecake. No, we're not going to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, of course, Cheesecake serve cheesecake. That's their name. Is it cold in the restaurant? Do they have crab cakes? You know what? We're not going. We're not going. It's over. We're not going.
All right, y'all know we gonna
Where
start
they
this one.
at first?
I'm gonna bring you in, Mr. Mitchell, but I'm gonna start on this one because this was like one of my favorite things ever when it was posted. Mr. Mitchell, you in? But me and you gonna start on this with Mr.
All
Mitchell.
right, Mitch.
But before we start, Stacy was laughing at the screenplay. Tamika said him and her, Ira. I can't see this thing. It's just some jokes or something. And Tamika said they both got me sighing. And Mr. Higgins said that sounds like a script. Yeah, it sounds like a script. We're gonna spill on that one though because we had a discussion about it. I'm gonna mute you for 1 second, Mr. Mitchell. We had a discussion about it in the what's name, and that was a hot topic if you ask me.
Really
I ain't gonna play about it.
It was.
But you know what? I think today in 2023, 2022, 2020, this side of 2000, a lot of women, once they get past 40, learn how to sabotage the situation. They learn how to sabotage the situation by bringing in stuff that does not matter. The guy is not thinking about none of that nonsense, about what you're wearing, about how you looking that day. He just want to be around you.
Okay, wait, pause. You got to go back. That comment is related to that video.
You know why it is? Because
she sabotaged.
she sabotaged it because he called her, said, can you be ready at 5 o'clock on Thursday? Whatever he said, right?
And then she sabotaged it by asking irrelevant questions.
Is it gonna be cold in the restaurant?
Are they gonna serve this?
So what I saw, she was saying, where are the men that call you and say, "Hey, baby, remember,
right."
But he's saying this is what happens to the men who do that. Right. We call and we say, "Hey, baby, be ready at 5," and then we got to hear
what the woman just did.
She was just asking where are the men that make those kind of plans.
But then he was on the telephone, right?
Right. And he was saying this is what happens when us men do that.
So what's happening when the men do that?
That you ask 50 million questions. So that's the sabotage part.
She's sabotaging the situation.
That she asking 50
million questions. Not the questions that she asking, but
not the lady at the beginning.
Any other regular woman he would have been talking to.
Who he was talking to, and the type of questions are sabotaging the situation that he's trying to present to her. He's trying to take her out on a date. He's trying to date her. He's trying to be around this woman. He's trying to show her a good time and show her they really like her.
And she worried about the wrong thing.
And she worried about, is it going to be cold in there? Do they serve cheesecake? Man, we got time for that, man. Just go. You know what I'm saying? At that point, could you imagine what the other questions would be? You know what I'm saying?
I can empathize. I mean, but some things you just gotta know. Some things you don't have to know.
Really, as a man, when you hear stuff like that,
it turns you off.
Yeah, it completely it's completely bogus to bring that to a situation where a guy is trying to be interested in you and you interested in him when you're trying to ask questions that's more so irrelevant to the situation. All he's doing is this. Let's go on a date. It doesn't matter what the date is about. Right? But you want to know, is it going to be cold in the restaurant? You want to know, wait 1 second, Ice. You want to know, do they serve crab cakes?
Listen, that was
at that stage.
You
gotta be like,
but there were some very relevant questions.
Which ones?
Okay, so is it going to be cold in there? Like, I am anemic. Like, I have 0 iron levels.
We'll go with
that. So I need to know what to wear.
That's cool. We got that one.
Okay.
Just bring a coat. A sweater just in case.
Okay. Right. And then she asked about what to wear. Like, you're saying wear a dress, but am I dressing like way up, or because a dress could be a sundress A dress could be a casual
Okay.
dress
You try to
or
go
a
to the
ball
hotel
gown.
with a sundress on.
I mean, I'm just saying, if
Yeah.
you want me to throw on a dress, you better be specific as to what kind.
No, not really, because he just wants you to go. He just see you looking at little nuances that doesn't matter to the man. The man is looking at you as a person and wanting to entertain you and be around you, right? So y'all can go down to the local bench at a park, and he will be happy with that.
Right. But
Right.
see, imagine me at the park with a ball gown on.
Mhm.
You just told me to throw on a dress, something that I have in my closet. So now
Mhm.
I'm the only bimbo walking around this park with a ball gown and some heels.
And
When I could have just simply thrown on a sundress.
to who you a bimbo? Who thinks you a bimbo?
It's embarrassing
You
for a
overdressed.
woman.
Wait.
That example.
Wait. Who thinks you're a bimbo?
You think you a bimbo.
Okay,
You
cool.
showing
So
up
wait,
like that.
who-
Self-reflection.
And then you mad at him
hold on
for
one
letting
second.
you.
Right.
Who's-
And then it
who's-
ruins your date because
Who's
I am no longer in the mood to be there. Like I'm
Okay.
the odd man out. I'm looking around and I'm the
Looking
only one
crazy.
in a ball gown.
so here's the thing. You looking at yourself like the bimbo, right?
Right.
Who did I say was sabotaging it?
The
The
woman.
woman.
Okay, your thoughts of what is going on, right, is the sabotage. Go with the flow. Just okay. He said, "Be
I
it."
need
Look,
more specifics
so
to go
wait.
with the
Okay, so
flow.
let me ask you this. Let me ask both of y'all this.
I can understand that. It would turn you off. You
Okay.
would not want to do things for
But
her.
okay, but when you so we going out on a date. The guy call you up, say, it's Friday. Tomorrow Friday, I'm gonna pick you up at 5. Where we going? I don't know. Just wear a dress, right? I know, because I know women. Well, I've known women. I still know women. I'm gonna know women. But here's the thing:
Point is,
y'all got a middle ground dress that y'all can wear when it's casual, or when it's business, or when it's fly.
okay.
Remember, baby boy? Yeah, I got that. Okay, y'all don't know nothing about that. y'all got the middle ground dress.
Right,
Like
we
if
do.
you called me and told me, okay, 5:00 Friday tomorrow, we gonna be doing this. Just get dressed up. All right, cool.
You gonna want to know how dressed up though.
You will.
I ain't gonna give a fuck because I'm gonna come right. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I'm gonna come right. Unless
But you also don't want to be overdressed.
Or
It ain't-
underdressed.
Whoa,
If I'm taking you to
whoa.
a fancy restaurant, you don't want to come in shorts
A man has never looked at himself as overdressed. No man you can
or
ask.
underdressed.
No man you can never ask
I-
have they looked at themselves as overdressed.
I beg
Men-
to differ.
Men
I
in the
grew up in the
audience,
area.
please holler back because I
Holler
don't
back, because
think
we're gonna
that's
read them.
true.
We're gonna read them questions 1 second. But I grew up in the era. I grew up in the era where men wore hard bottoms and chinos to cut grass. You see what I'm saying? Them
Just
slick
the
pants,
slacks.
Oh,
the
Yeah,
slick pants.
just flat.
You know what I'm saying? They got the button that come across and all of that.
Like back in the days, how you would only see Malcolm X and Martin Luther
Mhm.
King in shirts and ties, even when
All
they
day,
was tossing
every
the
day.
ball with the kids.
Mhm.
I see my father. He went home at 76 in 2010, Thanksgiving Day 2010, right? At 76 years old.
Mhm.
I seen him in jeans once. He was never overdressed. Never overdressed. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the era he come from.
And that's men though. See, because like men are not gonna be like, damn, I'm overdressed. Motherfucker gonna be in the corner, cool. Everybody else can have on some bullshit. They
But
can have
when
on
you
gym
look at
shorts.
that, that's the evolution of women as well. Like there were women that walked around all day, every day in full
Petticoats
corsets and
and-
petticoats.
So what happened to
And
y'all
time
mind
has
now?
changed.
Okay, so time has changed, right?
Times
Who
have
changed the
changed.
time?
Everybody
Society.
did.
Well, men still don't
evolution.
look at themselves as being overdressed. So
Over or under.
Everybody-
Oh, yeah.
I
So-
can guarantee that if you were the only guy walking into a fancy restaurant in shorts, you would feel uncomfortable.
yeah, I don't really wear shorts
Everyone,
that much.
And
but
it's
I'm
the
just saying,
reason
you got on
that-
shorts now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if I
because
said,
it
"Boy,
was
let's go
fair.
out to eat," and then I take you to a fancy restaurant, you're gonna
And
be
you
looking
dress
around
this, you
like,
gonna be like, wow, you couldn't tell me we was going to the fancy spot.
Not me. I'm a chameleon around this camp. Garcon, come here.
I mean, you might make the best of it, but it don't mean that you won't fit. When you walk in the door, the initial reaction is like, everybody in here suited and booted, and you got me in here with
I
a
wouldn't feel
baseball
like
cap
that.
and some.
I wouldn't feel like that. If that's the way we rolling like that. We
Okay.
making a statement when we walk in.
But I don't think it's unilaterally male because I see plenty of flyers, parties, dinners, and they give men specific
Well,
instructions on what to wear.
I went to a
Yes.
restaurant.
Or what
This is
not
a
to
black
wear.
tie affair.
We went to
no
so I
jeans,
went.
sneakers, blah blah blah. Restaurants in Atlanta, if you ain't up to dress code, they ain't even letting you in.
Oh, one time, so I went to a restaurant and me and a lady friend went to a restaurant and like on the website and stuff, it said you gotta wear dress casual, right? So we went in with dress casual on, right? I mean, I thought we was smooth, but most of the people didn't have that. They had some bullshit. But the way I look at it though, check this out though. The way I look at it is like we the bar. We the bar. You dig what I'm saying? We who they looking at like, damn, they sharp.
You said follow me.
Yeah. Let me read these comments. Check this out.
All right, let's read these
I'm gonna
comments.
put them on the screen for you. Okay.
Because we got
That's
quite a
darn
few.
shame that I can't see.
No, it's gonna be up there.
That's what I need.
Okay, Mr. Higgins.
Who is this brother that's going through all this?
Exactly.
He was just trying to show her what happens when a brother does step up and try to
Right.
make the plan.
Right.
She asked too many questions.
For
I would
sure.
agree that some of the questions were completely irrelevant, but through conversation, some of those questions would have already been answered. Like, if I don't eat seafood, any man that dates me knows I don't eat seafood. Like, that's day one, entry level, dating 101
Basic
questions. Like, what do you like to
conversation,
eat? Then don't take me to a seafood restaurant. So I'm not going to ask, well, are they serving seafood there? Because I don't eat that shit.
Well, they
You
already
should
know that.
already
now.
know.
Right.
And they already got that planned. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. So I think he exaggerated the woman's point of view in that clip.
But that's how women
grossly
be.
exaggerated. Then you didn't learn the woman that you were dating before you decided to take her out on the date.
Women be like that.
I
Women be-
laugh because I've been guilty of
See?
it.
I've said
See?
some of those things. I have not
Maybe.
taken it to the extreme of asking, is it going to be cold there?
Well, hold on. You said
Even though I'm
but
anemic.
you probably said some of those things at different times that added up to all of those things.
Oh my God. It has never happened in all one.
Just saying, read the
Conversation.
comments because
Well,
the
Comment.
comments seem to be on my side.
All
you
the
gotta get Mr.
questions
Mitchell
were
in there, too.
unnecessary. I agree.
Exactly.
cousin. I agree.
Exactly.
They
They were
were
unnecessary.
They were,
they
over
were
the top,
unnecessary.
but I think he was exaggerating.
JJ said, too many questions. Plus, if my man calls me and tells me that I should be ready when he comes to get me, I am not trying to ask all those stupid questions.
You're going to take the gift and go.
That's what I'm saying. See?
But you got to learn that. I will speak for myself. I had to learn that.
How long did
That
it
you
take
take
you to
the
learn this?
gift and go. Some might argue that I still ain't learned it all the way. One of the favorite things I used to hear, you always look a gift horse in the mouth. I used to hear that all the time.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm
Don't
learning.
look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't
He
look a
couldn't even
gift.
get it out.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth unless it's gonna be some horseplay.
All right.
I'll wait.
Okay.
Next
That
question.
never
Next
happened.
comment.
Oh,
I-
Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell wants to say something. Here we come, Mr. Mitchell.
I
Here we
would
come.
be drunk
My
as
bad.
hell leaving the restaurant with her or wearing earplugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Because who want to hear all of that?
I'm not.
No, you just bring your sweater because you already know you
get
getting
cold.
cold.
I agree.
Exactly.
Agreed.
I just roll with it. He said, "Let's rock," and I'm rolling.
See, that's what I'm
what's up.
talking about.
That's
All
what
right,
you
Meek
want.
Meek. Tina in a ball gown. Exactly.
He said,
I have
I'm
two.
coming
No,
dressed
matter
in
of fact, I
dress.
have about 3 from previous weddings that I either attended or was in. So if you tell me get dressed, I might grab one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we going to impress.
Right.
Yeah.
Show
We
off.
always impressing when we're going out.
Absolutely.
I don't care what we got on.
Why would you wear a ball gown if it was that?
But this next,
Then he would have told you that.
this next.
Not always though. Men, we're giving
They
men way too much credit now.
That
No.
they
We're
don't
giving men
leave
way-
out
Whoa,
the
whoa.
important
It's
details.
Right, they don't. Like
is there,
they don't tell you they taking you to see their mama. So you show up in this little skimpy ass dress,
And
maybe
now
this
mama
sundress
never
with
like
no
you.
panties on and your titties hanging out, and all of a sudden now here you are meeting the mother inappropriate.
And the
Teasing me with a
grandmother.
good time.
Right,
And
because I'm
now
trying
she
to
ain't never
impress
gonna
you.
like
Didn't
you.
know I was meeting the mom.
And that's
The
cool
fuck?
because moms know that's how we get down.
Oh
Mama
my
gonna
God.
call you a heifer for the rest of your life.
That's what you gonna be.
She gonna probably say, "You still with that freak?
You still with that heifer?
Did you see what I
You
said?"
Which-
still with that little
Which she could
floozy?
call me later after she know me, but not based on my initial
Well,
appearance.
well, if she
because
say
I'ma
that,
have the
then
respect.
you know why I'm still with her,
Oh my God.
right?
Alrighty.
This next comment
Let
though,
go.
this next comment is the
you
one
must have saw it
I
already.
did.
exactly born.
Yes, exactly, born. Let's do Mr. Simmons, and then we're gonna get
Mr. Simmons said, "Have any of y'all ever seen the show Curve Your Enthusiasm?"
Oh, that's my show, man.
The episode where the businessman
Yes.
refuses to do business with the lawyer because of his dress code. Exactly.
I have not.
There's
seen
no
it,
way
but
you're
it's in-
going to take me out where you envisioned us to go out if I'm inappropriately dressed.
We're dressed.
Again, if I have on a skimpy dress where you wanted to take me somewhere a little bit more reserved, you're probably going to rethink where you take me.
You see when Sierra, and it wasn't only Sierra, it was a bunch of those women had them see-through dresses on.
Yes, that was for, I believe it was
Everybody
the Met
came-
Gala.
Something like
the
that.
Oscars after
The
party, I
Oscars,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, and a bunch of them wore it, right?
Yep.
That was beautiful.
I believe,
Was
you know, that
nothing
was
wrong with
freedom
Not
of speech.
according to the internet. They was
I
all
made a
kind of
post about
everything's
it.
but the child of God because of what they had on. Even though she was with her husband and clearly he approved, they started reading into his facial comments.
Mhm.
He cannot be happy. Why can't he be happy?
I
Because
was,
she is.
I was happy.
I'm sure.
I bet you were.
And you were not
so
the
was
only
he.
one.
Right.
But guess who she went home with?
Exactly.
husband, Russell
So
Wilson.
no
And that's
harm,
what
no
I'm saying.
foul.
No harm, no foul. See, now y'all get the dress.
Come
That's
on.
what I'm saying.
Let's
Let
bring
Mr.
Mitch
Mitchell
in and see what he got to
We
say.
got one more. Oh.
We're not going to meet my mother. We're going to
With that dress on, when he saw you in,
Oh
when he
my
see
God,
you with the
Mr.
dress.
Higgins, you such a goddamn player. See, I knew what did I call him the last time?
Oh,
Boss player?
No, you didn't
Hell
call
no.
a boss
No,
player.
I didn't.
Oh man,
I
it's
forgot.
right
Mr. Hit
there
it
on
and
the
quit
tip
it.
of my tongue. That's what it was.
Mr. Hit it and
Mr.
quit
Hit it and quit it. That's your name, sir.
That's who it was.
Mr. Mitchell, what you got to say?
Come on, Mitch.
Talk to
Hey
me.
man, I'm gonna tell you, this is something that I have intimate knowledge of. Intimate knowledge. Every single time that I have tried to say, hey, get dressed on X amount of time, I'll even say dress casual or whatever. Every single time I try to do that, it turned into a argument. Because they were like, well, where we going? Don't matter, be ready. Well, what do I wear? Dress casual. And I mean, it's just start. Well, why everything got to be a secret? I'm just trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? It has turned into an argument every single time.
That's all.
What'd you say, Barn?
I said, that's all. You just trying to do something to show her a good time.
Right. And anything formal formal is normally not going to be a spur of the moment thing. Normally, something formal, you'll have enough time to be like, hey, on such and such a date, we got a formal event, have you down or whatever.
Yeah, so
But
she can get
every single time that I have tried to do that, it has backfired on me. And I just end up being like, you know what, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
That's
that's
a
what he
wise
was
man.
saying. That's what he was saying in the video.
Just-
Her
just
point
forget
is,
it.
where are the
Get
dudes?
it.
Where the dudes that make these plans, and all you got to do is say, show up. And he's saying, I could be a dude that show up like
I've
that
done
and make
that.
these plans, but this is what happens when I do that.
Sabotage.
The sabotage.
A lot of
So I can dig it from both perspectives.
and I'm looking at a lot of women, right, that I'm seeing today are sabotaging their situation. And it's kind of crazy because when you take the woman, when you try to date the woman or get into some type of relationship or whatever it is with a woman that's I said 40 or above, they do nothing but sabotage. They do nothing but sabotage. Nobody can tell me.
You know, you
different.
ain't gonna be able to make them whole generalizations, right?
Man, I have even done stuff like, hey, pack your bag for the weekend. We're gonna take a little weekend trip. That's even turned into an argument.
You over 40? You over 40?
I'm over 40. And I
Single?
don't do that.
You single?
I'm over 50 and I'm
Yes,
single.
she's single.
And I don't do that.
She does not do that.
Right. So Mr. Mitch
Okay.
understand.
You
I
just
feel you,
said
Mr.
you
Mitchell.
did it.
I said I've done it.
She
I said
said
I've done it and I've learned from it. Is what I
That's what
said.
she said. That's exactly what she said.
I can see his point. And get frustrated.
this is
I
what
said
we got.
I've done it and I've learned from it.
She
I
did
said
say
I
that.
still get that statement that I lick a gift horse in the mouth.
Uh-huh.
But I said I'm learning is what I said.
You
can
learning,
rewind.
yeah.
Yes,
You
I've
learning.
learned.
So you're not. That means you're not all the way learned.
Oh my God.
I don't have a man to practice. So as far as I
Okay.
know, when I was learning before,
Uh-huh.
I learned it.
The lesson has
Now
been learned.
I have to practice it
Okay, now
next
you
time
gotta
I get an
practice.
opportunity to.
Okay. Just
So
don't
when he
look.
called me and say, let's go, I'm like,
All right.
win.
Where and when? See, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I
all
can't
we-
wait for this day.
That's what we saying.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's what we
I can't
saying.
wait.
That's what we
But what
saying.
Mr. Mitchell say?
He
Miss
has
Bradley.
had a whole
Miss
argument every
Parker is in
time
the
he's
building.
tried it.
Hey,
Miss
Miss Parker. All right, let's kick
All
off
right,
another
we got
topic, y'all.
another one to go for you.
Wait, did you have something else to say, Mr. Mitchell? You can say it.
No, not on that one.
You
All
sure?
right.
Go ahead.
You
Go.
didn't keep that up.
Forgot.
Oh,
But go ahead. Go ahead. We
We
can still
closed
see
it
it.
all
They
the
can
way
still see
out,
it.
y'all.
okay. Close
Keep
it all the
going,
way
keep
out.
going.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting the dude that know how to handle himself in that way. I'm not gonna agree with you about women over 47.
Right, you're
will
gonna
say
get over that
that
part of generalizing
than women.
us.
Yeah, I will say that I'm still surprised at how many women at this big age still are
ask those
toxic, still
questions.
play games, still make
You surprised
things
about it?
unnecessarily hard.
And
I
I'm
am.
even more surprised that there are men that don't learn their women before they take them out on dates, to the point where you should already have a counter to those questions. Matter of fact, there shouldn't even be a counter. You should know or anticipate that those questions would have already
Shouldn't
been
even be a
asked
question,
if
though.
that's the type of woman that she is. And you should have already laid it out for her. Listen,
But that's
I
the
want you to
dating
wear
process.
right. That's the dating process.
Yeah.
So during conversation, before the first date actually takes place, where you're going to take her out on a date, you should have asked those questions like, what's your favorite color? What do you like
How
to
many
eat?
questions should a guy ask?
I don't know if it's
During
a
the
number.
dating process, there is no number. You want
It's
to
a
learn everything you
conversation
need
that
to learn
feels
about the
complete.
woman.
Okay.
The conversation should feel complete after it's over.
Right.
shouldn't
And you
walk
should be
away
100%
feeling like-
comfortable. Like, I got it. This chick don't like, she don't like seafood, so I'm gonna take her to a steakhouse. She don't like big events, so I'm gonna take her to a small, quaint steakhouse, not one of those buffets where there's 100 people there. I mean, those are part of the conversational discussions that you should be having before
Oh, I
asking
asked
her
a
out
million
on a date.
questions, so it don't matter. I'm just doing it for
Right.
the
But
audience.
you okay?
Yeah, but see, when you plan a date like that one, you already know those questions, like what she likes to eat and that kind of stuff. But
Exactly.
she has to trust you that you're going to take her to a nice place that she'll agree with. That's where the trust comes in. So you already know what she likes or whatever. So she got to trust that you know what she likes and just go with the flow.
All right, that's peace, man. That's
And, she a
peace.
custard
Okay.
person.
That's the cute.
And the other thing that I would say, nowhere in this have we established that he was even taking her to a restaurant.
Right.
So we don't know where they were
He
going.
was taking her to a restaurant.
Did he say that?
That's
He
why she
didn't
started asking about the
necessarily
cheesecake
say
and
that.
He
stuff.
said,
I'm
Put on-
taking you out.
be ready,
Be ready at
5 o'clock, wear a dress. That's
Right.
what he said. He didn't say they was going to
didn't-
eat.
But he said something about a restaurant because she said, "Do they serve cheesecake?"
That's what she
As
said.
he said it based on her question. Well, it was a skit, so he was saying,
Yeah.
"Here's
was
all
like,
the
"I
questions,"
don't know
but
if
he
they
never
serving
even said where
cheesecake.
they was going.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna have to start using
A
our
lot
context.
of
clues.
places.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. He never
We
said
gotta
that
use
they
our
was going.
context clues.
She started asking a bunch of questions,
So why would she even
assuming
ask that?
because she started assuming going too far, doing too much.
So y'all making my point.
I
No.
agree with your initial point.
We're
I
not.
know it
Your
can
initial
happen.
point is that women over 40
So, that part I'm not
commonly
for.
do that, and that's
Sabotage themselves.
that's incorrect.
Sabotage.
I wouldn't put no age range on nothing. I would never say women over 49. That could be a woman of any age.
Any
You know.
Sure can.
Mr.
Even she 32, she can sabotage. I'm
Them
just
little
saying.
20-year-olds be
I'm
sabotaging
just
shit.
saying.
Who sabotaged?
But see, even if they're not going to a restaurant, she still needs to trust that he knows what he's doing in the process.
Yeah, he could have been
They be
taking her to a
sabotaging.
shop.
And if he believes that he's going to be met with such opposition, he should not even be asking her out on a date if you're a grown-ass man.
Exactly.
And that's probably the point of the video.
That's what
I'm
the
not
video-
doing all that.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm not
yeah, it takes too much to do something nice
That's
for
what
you.
I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Whatever. Moving on,
One-
people.
one second, one
I'm
second.
ready to move on.
One second,
Okay.
1 second. We gotta answer this question.
Bobby Simmons, have you women ever asked a man on a spontaneous date? Yes, I have.
Oh my God.
Several times, especially when I was married. I used to plan dates because my husband was not that guy.
And I think that was the crux of the initial. We only saw a very small clip of her part, but I think that was where she was coming from. Where are the dudes that know how to take a woman on a date, be decisive, put some stuff down? Why do women have to always plan everything?
Yes.
We don't see the whole video, but I believe that's where she was coming from. And his response to her little piece was, because when we do that, y'all ask 11 questions and then we don't want to do it no more.
In the True Live 2 studios, we stick to the question at the table. The question is not, do women know how to plan a date? The question is spontaneous.
But she was answering Mr. Simmons' question.
Sure
That's
was.
what I'm saying. Spontaneous.
Yes, I have planned a spontaneous date. Yes, I've done it
He
several
didn't say
times,
nothing about
especially
planning.
in my marriage.
See, spontaneous don't
Have
mean
you
plan.
ever
Asked your man
It's
on the
spontaneous to him.
Right, it is spontaneous
Let's
to
just
him,
go.
but
That's what it
all women put some thought and planning into things.
That's
Even
because-
spontaneous
so they-
sex, we put some thought and
so they don't have to sabotage because they know they're gonna sabotage.
No, not all
That's
women
the reason why you
are
gotta
to
plan it.
self-sabotage.
You gotta take your book and be
No.
like boom, boom, boom,
No.
or else it's gonna be sabotage. So
No.
I don't think that's a male woman issue. I think that's a personality issue.
Agreed.
I only see it for women, so I don't know.
Walk
Well,
on the
we
wild
be
side.
going too far into a topic that ain't here, but yeah, show us.
Miss Terry said true.
I know, cousin. It is true.
You don't know what she said true.
She's saying
What she
true.
said true
She's
to?
saying true to what I said.
I think she said true to what I said.
No, cousin, elaborate.
Elaborate, please.
You're gonna have to get some context. They're gonna have a fight over here.
Man, listen.
Okay, you can set up the next video.
It's set for us.
It's set for us. Okay.
We are. Let's kick off the next topic.
Okay, here's the
We're
next topic.
organized like that. See what
We
Ms.
are.
Bradley said, and that was gonna be my point. I don't think it's male or female. I think it's personality type. So if you're in a relationship where the man is more analytical, plans things out, he's gonna be the planner. If you in a
And
relationship
he's going to make
where the
that a
woman is that,
spontaneous date if that's what he's feeling. Like, you know what? I'm going to surprise her today.
yeah.
Versus I'm going to pre-plan it out and I'm going to give her heads up. I mean, a man that's very thoughtful in that process will do such things.
I want to do something nice for my lady, and this is what I'm gonna do. It's the same,
and she gonna fuck it up.
No,
not
she's
necessarily,
not.
and it's the same premise. You know, men. I saw it was an old clip. I
That's
think it was
messed up.
like.
I'm not reading that.
I bet
comment.
you don't want to read that. That's
We're
probably my
organized
cousin.
like that. Go ahead,
No,
I'll read it. Click
it's
it.
Stacy's comment.
Click it.
I
Damn,
guarantee you
cuz.
she agreed with me.
LMAO born knows
I'm not agreeing with him.
Okay,
See?
see,
I didn't know.
very good, Miss
I
Terry.
know my
Born
cousin
knows she's not agreeing with him.
at all.
So
Is she over 40?
Yes, she is over 40.
you
Let's
were
go on
sitting
to
here
the next
trying to,
table.
you were sitting here
Next
trying to
video.
cap.
Hey, but
please.
if she over 40, I understand why she's not
Oh
agreeing
my
with me.
God. Next video.
Anyway,
Ain't no wins with this man.
It is. Let me present this to
video
y'all
number
real quick.
3. Okay,
We moving along because we're moving along, y'all. We gotta go. But
So
we
let's
enjoy
do-
y'all so much. Let's see. Was it that? Oh yeah, here it is.
Okay, here we go. Video number 3.
Let's go.
I don't know why y'all be asking and praying for good men, and then when you get them, you don't know how to take care of them, and then when you move on and get a good woman, now your butt hurt. Let me just put you up on game and save you some embarrassment. Can we do that? Can we do that? Okay, let's go. Rule number 1. Know his love language. Okay, it's not hard. People be thinking it's cliche. They think I don't have time for it. The love language is literally what it takes for your partner, your man, to feel like he is being full, feel like he is being fed and watered and nurtured. The love language is what does it. That's how y'all be getting cheated on half the time. All that man want is a compliment. All you gotta do is give him words of affirmation, but instead you break him down. Now you mad that he talking to your co-worker because she's a nice girl and she actually says he had a haircut and she likes his haircut.
Yeah.
You let a compliment of a haircut cost you your relationship. It is not hard to make a good man happy. I don't know why y'all be asking and praying for good men, and then when you get them, you don't know how to take care of them, and then when you move on and get a good woman, now your butt hurt. Let me just put you up on game and save you some embarrassment. Can we do that? Can we do that? Okay, let's go. Rule number 1.
Yes.
Know his love language.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not hard. People be thinking it's cliche. They think I don't have time for it. The love language is literally what it takes for your partner, your man, to feel like he is being full, feel like he is being fed and watered and nurtured. The love language is what does it. That's how y'all be getting cheated on half the time. All that man want is a compliment. All you gotta do is give him words of affirmation, but instead you break him down. Now you're mad that he talking to your co-worker because she's a nice girl and she actually says he had a haircut and she likes his haircut. You let a compliment of a haircut cost you your relationship.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Boom. What y'all say about
What
that?
y'all think about that?
Stacy, the consensus is they want to know what you think about that one first.
I already know how my cousin feels, but I'm gonna let her speak for herself.
See,
Because I know Bobby Simmons usually likes to go in on me when I tend to speak for others. So
Nika said agreed.
Mhm.
Miss Parker said this is true. Mr. Mitchell, what you say about that topic real
that's Miss
quick?
Parker.
Now I want to hear what the ladies got to say.
She didn't say nothing wrong. In my opinion, but that's what comes from being emotionally mature. You have to not only know your partner's love language, but know if that's something you're capable of giving. And sometimes the answer is no. And it's not even malicious or personal, or it's just not where your strength lies. But you got to be emotionally intelligent enough and self-aware enough to be able to know that, so you
and
can say
communicate
that
it, right?
and have that conversation with that dude. But then you can't get mad when the next chick do have it and they give him what he need.
Yep.
And I've seen it happen, and I've seen women try their
Yes.
best, pull their hair out to figure out what this chick have that she don't have. Why her ex with this one instead of that one? Why he married her and not her? Why he had a baby with her and not her? And usually those are the subtle things that it comes down to.
Yep.
Do she speak to me well? Do she respect me? Respect is
At the end of the day,
huge for
are
a
you
man.
catering to that man's love language? Because to a man, that is hugely important.
Mhm.
Don't come showering him with gifts when he's a man that needs words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm. Don't
And-
sabotage the situation
Mhm.
just because you are over 40.
Yep,
Don't ignore him if he needs quality time.
absolutely.
But it's about knowing it and agreeing to be able to give it.
Right.
Of course, it's reciprocal.
That's right. No doubt. It's difficult. If a woman tell me to be ready at
5 o'clock.
5, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got on one gator and one stingray.
Ain't no
feel
way in
me?
hell you wearing 2 different shoes. Bye-bye.
Hey,
Uh-uh.
hey, then when she say, "Oh, it's not like that," I'm gonna take the gator. I'll put the other stingray on. You see what I'm saying? We ready. We always ready. That's what we do.
What
So,
Mr.
but
Higgins
I
got
was
to
gonna say
say?
you got some.
Mr. Simmons said the woman
The
has
woman has spoken
the
the truth. We concur.
Absolutely, we
truth. Mr.
agree.
Higgins said,
Finally, she talking real talk. I
Real
know,
talk.
right?
Yeah.
Y'all made me pull over. All right,
Imagine we
then.
doing
Okay,
something
Mickey.
right then.
Yeah. You can, if you pulled over, get on the screen then.
Right.
That's
Let me
true.
put up
Come
the-
talk
let me-
to us.
Let me put up the link. I can't see. Oh, and then-
The only thing I'll say to that is, as men, we have to make sure that we communicate to our partners what it is that motivates us. We can't expect them to figure it out, just like they can't expect us to figure it out.
That's
Okay.
true.
Communication is
You
key
keep
to
all
that.
the time.
Don't read that
I
down.
My
like that
cousin
one.
Stacy said I compliment my mate, but he better curb too many compliments from his coworkers. I know that's right.
So that brings me to an interesting question.
Like
I
you
am
shouldn't if you are a man that needs those words of affirmation and I'm giving them to you and you're steady, your head is getting overblown by the little chicks in the workplace. Yeah, it's a problem. You a slut. And I'm passing to the next one.
I'm disciplined like that though. I can work with all women and only see the woman that I like. That's it.
so y'all tell me this. This is real
Listen,
life situation based on that. Words of affirmation are my love language, right?
Mhm.
And men. Okay. So there was a situation where a random man, I ain't know this man from a hole in the wall, but he just was like, "Good morning, beautiful. Have a great day." I didn't hear him because I was moving. So he said it again louder so he could get my attention. I was like, "Oh, thank you." Keep it pushing, right? Made me smile because words of affirmation are my love language. I love that. I don't have to take it no further than that, but I love that. Now, men get very insecure when other men give their ladies.
Compliments.
But if that's the thing I like and I ain't soliciting it, it's just coming. Why he mad?
I don't get mad at that. I'm from the school of thought where, say, me and Mr. Mitchell, we brothers, or that's my guy or whatever. He'd be like, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm from that school. I ain't mad with somebody looking. If I'm with a woman and somebody looking at her, I might duck behind my head and be like, you know what I'm saying? It's slick, ain't it? You know what I'm saying?
But then
So
again, I
I don't
mean,
get
you're
mad at
You
that.
know,
there are
I see.
there are some men that get highly offended when they get compliments from other men, not the women they're with. They almost take it as if, oh, I can't take my girl around you no more because you probably gonna side eye me. You gonna try to
Try to
get in her
bag her.
ear back
Mhm.
door while I'm not looking.
Well, who comes to the party with the ugly girl?
Hardly anybody.
Right.
See that
You
person?
Right.
would think mean they would welcome
But see,
the fact
I'm not a jealous type guy, and
that
my girl is beautiful. So of course, guys are gonna tell if she's beautiful. That may not, it makes sense. I'd be mad all the time if every time I got mad for I got a compliment to her. That makes no sense.
it really doesn't, but it's a
Yeah.
very real thing. And I
It
knew
is.
that when I was dating my ex-husband and one of his friends came to the door to ring the doorbell, and I was like, "Oh, he just went downstairs to the store. He'll be back in a few minutes. You can come in." He was like, "No, can't come in."
No, you
And
can't.
I was
Ain't
like,
nobody gonna be in the house now. You tripping?
I didn't think of anything of it, but apparently they had already had that conversation.
Well, that's man law.
That's man law, huh?
Yeah, you
I
don't
No,
run.
don't know about
I
these.
would never go in another man's house if he wasn't home. I'd never do that.
If he was 5 minutes away
It don't
It
matter.
downstairs
doesn't matter. I'll
store,
sit in my car for that 5 minutes until he gets back. I'd never do that.
Garage out the back door. You can't. Nobody can't come in the house while no other man can come. Should be in the house while your guy is
you
outside.
ain't on camera. They can't
Oh,
see you talking. So
yeah.
then is that something when should that be communicated? Because had I known that earlier, I'd have saved myself a lot of headache.
Well, you got to communicate that when you in the house. So if you and if me and a woman living in the house together, that got to be communicated right out the gate. See, I'm not opposed to somebody.
So you know that before you even getting ready to move in?
Right.
No, but I'm saying, okay. So if I'm messing
You
with a
got all
woman,
these man laws. You need to put them on the table.
And put them in order so we know what we dealing with.
I do.
But see,
So
I would not let another female. I wouldn't let one of my girlfriends in the house if she wasn't there. I would not
now,
let them in the house. That I wouldn't do that either.
Hold on,
Now that's a double
double
standard.
standard.
yeah, she can come in because I'm disciplined.
Well, my
No,
ex
you
was
not.
shook. He
No, you're not.
was shook. I was at work one day, and one of my girlfriends who didn't live in Brooklyn, who lived upstate, was coming to
Oh
visit.
yeah, you gotta let
And
her.
prior to me having a man, they would come and stay at my house because we just girls like that. But at this point, I had a man. She came and rang the doorbell. He literally called me on the phone. Your friend at the door. What should I do? He says the one with the big titties. What does that matter? Open the door.
I probably got several friends with big titties.
Open the door. What are you talking
Can you
about?
ask her name?
It's not like she could go home. Open the door.
Yeah, she's coming
He
in.
was shook.
She's coming in. And I mean, you know.
But does that mean he don't trust him, or his friends can't come because he don't trust me?
Probably don't trust his friends. Me personally.
And they
But what if he trusts me? What does what they do have to do with it?
It just, you know, some cats are like that, man. You don't want to. You just some
You see,
between friends.
growing up in a Hispanic, growing up with a Hispanic mother, that's Hispanic culture. No other man will go in a Hispanic woman's house if her husband is not home. I don't care where it is. And so it's been instilled in all of us, you know.
Wait, say that one more time. And growing up with a Hispanic mother, what?
No, that's Hispanic culture. No man will go in if a Hispanic woman is home and her husband's not. She will not let another man in her house. I don't care if it's the police. She will not let him in.
When you say that's the culture, what does that mean?
Hispanics don't do that. They don't play that.
Hispanics have affairs though.
all the time.
Mr. Mitchell, you there?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
He said, "What makes that Hispanic culture Hispanic?"
Well, that's Hispanic culture, and whether it's in Mexico, the United States, I mean that's just the way it goes. But it's instilled in us as men that you don't go into another man's house if he's not home.
But Hispanics have affairs though.
Hispanic have what?
Affairs, cheating, a whole lot of it.
Well, a lot of Hispanic men go through that, but women, it's like men. No. But what I'm saying is that in Hispanic culture, you know, men pretty much like if you go to Mexico, not so much in the United States anymore, but like you go to Mexico, most of the women don't work. So a man can get away with a lot. You know, because the women is totally dependent upon the husband. So, you know, they do their dirt and the women tolerate it, but it's not something that's instilled. That's not instilled in Hispanic culture. That's not Hispanic culture.
Who is the man getting away with it with?
Man, you can take your pick. It's not, you know, they get away with it with women.
No, what I'm saying
it's not primarily Hispanic women.
No, but what I'm saying, okay, so you said that's Hispanic culture, right? But
no, what I was talking about was
not going in the house.
Yeah.
Right, not going in the house. But those women have affairs.
Oh, I can't speak to that. I don't know what they do, but
no, but
my mother, I don't think my mother did, but shit, I don't know.
A lot of women have affairs, right?
Yeah, that's women in general. That's not just Hispanic women. That's women.
No, but you speaking about Hispanic women, so
right.
No, okay, so they had to have that affair somehow. So
right.
what I'm saying is, isn't that a bogus statement to say that they don't let men in the house?
I wouldn't say that that's a bogus statement, but
if they,
you know, maybe they go outside the house because that would be living dangerously. Letting another man in your house anyways.
Now you got a whole bunch of Hispanics having sex in cars behind bushes.
You let any woman that has an affair in her own house is living dangerously.
A lot of people live very dangerous lives.
Mika said we want it. Why not give it to him? I know.
And that's that's that love language talk.
That is.
Miss Parker said
everyone likes to have their ego stroked every now and again.
All the time, Miss Parker. We should skip this comment.
No, we ain't.
We
My cousin Stacy's lies born
with emphasis.
Lies.
I don't know what she's talking about.
You might. Mika said we should be a place where he can lay it all down, like coming in from the cold. Yeah, well, a woman should be his safe haven.
Right.
Unfortunately, though, whew,
You
too
have to
many
be
don't know how to
confident
be.
enough in yourself to accept another woman's compliment to your man. Well, we know that a lot of women are very spiteful
Shady.
and shady as hell. So although they might be giving a what would seemingly be a very compliment, there is some undertones behind it.
One person I would never mess with is a friend of the lady that I deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Friend
So
of the lady that got you.
right.
Okay.
So like
Your chick girlfriend.
yeah, they girlfriend. Now if they were girlfriends and I didn't know it beforehand,
Different.
right?
That's a different story, though.
Yeah, like that.
But listen, I know of women that will backstab other women to get the man,
Just to be
especially
spiteful.
just to be spiteful. So they may make it seem like it's an innocent compliment, but then the undertone is that yeah, I'm complimenting your man, and I know he see me winking at him, and I know he see that I might want him to call me later.
That's yeah, I get that too. Yeah. Insecure
Okay.
as hell if he does that.
That's what I was saying.
Mr. Simmons.
Wow, every time there's a positive comment towards men, you women find some way to throw a negative situation about a man, just a positive comment and move on. Okay.
All right, we're gonna try that
That's
next
what
time.
I'm talking about, Mr. Simmons.
What
But
you
it's
got
so
if you
easy.
don't nobody else want it? I mean, well, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying,
But
Mr. Higgins.
as women, I don't keep women in my circle that will compliment my man.
There's nothing wrong with it. Basically, what he's
I
saying
don't keep
is
women around in my circle that may compliment my man. I don't keep them around.
you don't got nobody that'll be like, yeah, I mean, you've been in the gym a little bit there.
Oh hell no! That's a red flag for
Them
me.
muscles?
Girl, bye.
Touching? Yeah.
Get the fuck away from me and mine.
No touching, okay.
No touching. No, don't compliment. If anything, you can say we look good together. If anything, you can say
That's a compliment.
right, but you're complimenting the both of us. You're not.
That's a
It's not
couple. You're not
one-sided.
separating out. Well,
Hey,
Right.
You ain't never heard a woman say, you look good.
Oh hell no, not to
I'm
mine.
talking
Not
about
in
to
front
you.
of me.
To you.
To me,
So-
yes.
So okay. A lot of times you don't hear too well, I guess you do hear women say it.
women
So I
are
ain't gonna say that,
usually
yeah.
easy to give up a compliment,
That's
whether
true.
it's
To
to
each
a
other.
man or a woman,
Right.
if they got enough courage to do it.
Whoa,
But
that
yeah,
was heavy compliment. But go ahead, sorry, keep going.
I'm just saying, I think it's easy for a woman to give a compliment. But if you get your intuition gonna tell you, and if you get the creepy vibe, you gotta shut it down. But for most time, 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it was creepy.
All right. Stacy said too many compliments that every day some cum guzzler.
Tell him my dude,
Tell
he
him
look
my-
nice and he smell good.
Right. Lots of people
Oh boy.
my man responsibility to shut it the fuck down over friend
Over-friendly
too many
females.
over friendly females. Right.
What if he do look good and smell good every day though?
Don't tell him, tell me. Tell me.
though.
Tell me.
She shouldn't tell you.
So it's his
it'd
responsibility
be
to
mean.
shut it down.
Right.
What he say? Okay, but how you do that? You be like, okay, all last week you told me I look good and I smell good.
Cousin,
You don't have to keep
I don't give a
saying
fuck
it.
how he says. Shut it the fuck down.
How he good?
Goddamn.
How he do
I
that?
don't give a damn how he do it. He better shut it the fuck down.
Especially if you come home and tell you, oh
Right.
yeah, she said it again.
You better not tell me that she said it because I'm going up there next day and I'm beating that bitch ass.
Violence in the world.
That's just me.
But he
Like,
coming home to you.
I don't care. That is to me, that's a level of disrespect for you to constantly every day compliment my man on something.
You mean this bitch your friend?
No,
Well,
she's
no, we're
his
talking about the
coworker.
workplace.
She don't know her.
Right. I don't
So
know.
She ain't
how
got
is
no
that
obligation to you.
disrespectful?
She don't.
So then
but
Russell
my
should have
man,
been
and
fighting
that's where my
everybody the
cousin
night
is
of the
saying
Oscar.
that he needs to shut that shit down. So the moment that he sees that she's giving way too many compliments, hey, my lady, she don't play that.
No. Hold on. No.
That's great. Wait, so
no.
Russell, what's his name?
Wilson.
Right. So he should have been fighting everybody after the Oscars because they all had something to say about what Sierra was
I
wearing.
guarantee you, he was hot mad. Like,
He
why the
wasn't.
fuck everybody got something to say about my lady?
I was
I
happy.
feel
for
like
him.
he's
I was
fine.
happy for him.
Right? I feel
good.
like he was
Would you have
like,
said that to him?
she going
What?
home with
Like,
me.
dog, your lady, she's straight today. Yeah, I like that. She put that together real nice. You're saying that to him. But how disrespectful is it for you to look over him and say, damn,
you
Sierra,
wearing
you
that
wearing
dress.
the fuck out that dress.
But I'm saying, you don't think nobody
I don't tell
did
women.
that?
I don't tell women that. I just tell them, like, if I'm dealing with a woman, I tell her that. And if I'm not dealing with a woman, like if I'm just like if it's somebody's girl that I know, then I don't say that. But if it's somebody that
Even
I
if you're
work
thinking
with,
it. Even if you're thinking it, but
I
you
don't
don't say
usually
it.
look at the girls that's my friends'
your friends'
girls.
girls, right?
I don't really look at them like that though. You know
What
what
if
I'm
she
saying?
smells really exceptionally nice today?
Oh, I ask her. Hold on, I want to get my
Right. So
girl
you
some
don't
of that.
exactly. That's a compliment, but not a targeted
Damn,
compliment.
you smell good,
That
motherfucker.
It's always the
Hey,
delivery
cause see,
and the word.
yeah, it's
Always.
different because you
see?
could be like, you tell your lady, you'll say, "Damn, you smell mad edible today,"
All
but
right,
then you
Mr.
don't tell
Higgins.
your guy's friend that she smell edible.
right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Higgins said it don't matter. It don't matter. I don't care who it is. He has no business in my house when I'm not there. Okay,
What you
so
say?
then I guess there are men that feel like that. I just didn't think nothing of it when I invited him to wait 5 minutes. But
Inside the
the
house where it's
flip side
comfortable.
was he had a whole problem when my friend knocked on the door. I had to tell him to let her in.
Hey,
but
Patricia Davis.
it
Trisha,
is. Hi.
what you got to say about this, Miss Bradley?
What? Hold on, y'all. I lost you. Hold
Yeah,
on.
not the bite.
Okay, we'll read these comments while you're getting it
That's-
together.
I feel like when you're in a relationship, the trust is between you and the person you're in the relationship with.
That's what
You
I'm saying.
cannot control not one single person outside of that relationship. They're gonna do, they gonna say whatever they want, and you could tell them to stop, and they may choose to, or they may choose not to. But what they do outside of the relationship should have no bearing on the two people in the relationship.
Exactly.
Because
Ooh.
that's who trusts
Especially
one
when
another.
you don't know them.
Yeah, yeah.
Warren,
Peace.
my mama can't come in my house when I ain't here. May she rest in peace. No woman coming in my house when I ain't at home.
Oh, hell no.
Your mama can't come in your house around your
Oh
man.
no, oh no.
I hear ain't no woman. You better wait for me on the porch.
Oh hell no. Hey.
So what? Let me
Yo,
ask this
my
though,
mind is
Miss Parker. I got a
officially
question
blown,
for
she
you.
said.
I got a question for you, Miss Parker.
Your mama, your mama though?
Just joking.
Damn.
Parker, I got a question for you.
Right.
I
I'm with
see
you, man.
Woo.
your
That's
best
hard.
friend. Your
Mhm.
best friend. Okay, me and you, we in a relationship, and I
Mhm.
see your best friend on the bus stop in the rain. Should I pick her up?
You better not.
Oh damn.
Ooh.
Better not.
Ruthless.
Cause my best friend would think you own something. Cause that's how close we are.
Even though
We
she's in the rain,
friends. She was 2 and I was 4. She'd be like, "No, go on. I'm not gonna deal with Trina. Keep on going."
is she in
She
the rain?
she's not even gonna ask you for a ride.
Yeah. Right, but if you're dating a man that's a gentleman and he sees your friend or mama on the bus stop, he ain't supposed to pick her up.
They not gonna ask him.
No, they
No,
can
but I'm
offer.
saying your man
They can't
offers to
offer.
pick them up.
They know to say no.
Oh goddamn.
And your man at this point know not to even offer.
You know.
Oh,
And the
shit.
reverse don't work either. If you was outside in the rain, his people can't pick you up.
Not no man. Maybe a female cousin or a niece or a granddaughter.
It's
But
the
your uncle.
females that I'm worried about picking her up. Lickety split. Ooh.
Your uncle is not getting in the car with me, baby.
Oh,
Or
shit.
your boy cousin or your nephew. None of that.
I actually would trust the women less than the men.
What?
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's savage.
That's what I'm
I
saying though,
mean,
That's
because
really sad.
a
I
lot of
mean,
women be trying to go after them women and be like, let me get
I
that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So I'm a,
these women are scaring me nowadays. I've been
yeah.
in a relationship too long, and this new single thing with how these chicks is pulling down like dudes. I'm like,
That's how you avoid problems.
Huh?
That's how
That's how
you.
you avoid problems. Because the
avoid
first thing
problems.
a woman gonna say is, "Why you pick her up? Why you being so friendly today? When you should have gone drive."
In the pouring rain, huh?
Trisha King.
All right.
How you
Well,
doing,
listen
Trisha
that.
King?
Okay,
Hey, Trish.
Look, because you know the first thing the best friend gonna say, "Girl, I'm on the bus stop. I'm so glad your man pulled up on me. What the hell he pulling up on you for?"
He ain't tried to.
No,
He
no,
just
no.
just
And see,
pass the
that's
by.
part of the communication problem because you should know before your girlfriend even get back to you.
yeah, he was
Your
Yeah,
man
but
should have been done told you like
hey, I
whether
just
whether
saw.
it's when he picked her up or dropped her off. Hey, baby, I just picked your friend up from the bus stop and I dropped her off at the house. I just wanted you to know.
No, damn. That's why you have a type of friends that will say no, thank you.
Oh, goddamn.
If
So
I'm
you
your friend,
said
you would
that.
know better. If you
So
friends with me and you on the bus stop and it's raining, the best thing for you to say is no, thank you.
because if he do it, he coming home. It's gonna be a problem
Do you
with
trust?
you,
Do you trust your
He
man?
It's gonna be a problem, and then we go to her house.
and then it's oh.
Do you trust your man?
So, yes, yeah. As far as I can see.
I was just gonna say she gonna say to an extent.
That's what I was
As
about
far
to
as
say.
I can
Like, there's a
throw,
caveat to that. She was about to say,
as far as I can
see
throw,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that means no.
Yeah.
She believes that every man and every woman has the
Look,
potential to fall on it.
That's
yeah,
right.
I put my trust in only one being, and that's not a man.
That's God.
Who is that?
I told you what it is. It's God.
This
Here,
is.
get through those comments so you could go to the
Okay, cool.
last
Let's
thing.
do it.
Once was enough experience. That everyday shit it ain't it. I agree.
She
Don't be
had it.
complimenting mine every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm single. All right,
I
cousin.
hear that.
It was difficult for her
His
to
cousin
wear that
Courtney.
dress, so she set him up to be disrespected.
It was disrespectful for her to wear the dress.
Wow.
Wow. So she set him up to be
Wow.
disrespectful. I don't say that. Well, okay, I'm having a big issue with that right now because I literally, in my heart, I believe a woman should be able to walk down the street naked and a man should not touch her.
That's right.
That's
I'm
what I
off limits.
believe in my heart.
Yep.
Now having an 18, soon to be 19-year-old who feel like I'm cute, my body cute, I
Mm-mm.
can wear what I
No, you
want.
can't.
I have a hard time explaining to her that though I believe she should be able to do that, she doesn't get to do it in this society because
Creeps.
it just don't work like that. But it's really messed up that a woman can decide to wear something that makes her feel beautiful, and now she got to be worried that a man is going to be disrespectful, and she's going to be blamed for it. And all she wanted to do was feel beautiful, look beautiful, and mind her business. And here he comes.
Yeah, that's sometimes it's a creep out there, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tommy Simmons said, "Damn, if you can't trust your mother, there's something wrong with you. I'm here. Have at me."
That one blew my mind. She said, "Not even my mama."
Al
What?
Higgins, I don't know no man coming.
See, my mother, she wasn't disrespectful like that anyway.
Compliment is
She
good.
gonna but she come to your house anyway.
Right.
Because my mother from the South, my
Very
mother, may she rest in peace, was from the South. She didn't play that. Don't come to my house when I ain't at home.
Right.
Come
I
to my house, I ain't here. You're gonna be sitting on the porch when I get there. You better not be in my house.
Yeah.
I knew a mother-daughter duo that their relationship was very competitive in the sense that she didn't trust her mother to be around her dudes because
Oh, I
her
can see
mother
that.
would literally, especially if it
Yeah,
was
my mother
any
was more
type of
like
dude. Oh yeah,
it
my
was
mother
real
go.
cool. We both kind of Southern, so me and my mother was real on the had a good relationship. But
In my mind, that don't even commute.
Patricia.
Me and my child ain't even on the
Patricia
same level.
said, "My ex-husband's first cousin tried it with me. I'm looking at him like family, and he was trying to get it.
Okay, so that's why no man, no friend, no family,
that's-
nothing.
And
they
see,
shouldn't be
and
able
that's
to
why
That's a
I
creep,
disagree
though.
with you saying that you would put it more past a woman than you would a man. Men do
Oh,
it all the damn
oh.
time.
The
No,
men, the
yeah,
men will try you. The men will try you quicker
no,
because when
Yeah.
no, because when my boyfriend got locked up, every man in his family been coming at me ever since.
Mhm.
mhm.
2 years.
What I was
It's
saying was this.
his daddy, rest in peace, has passed away. I'm talking about every man, cousin, every uncle, every nephew, every best friend, everybody.
Them was creeps though. But what I'm saying is this. I was saying when I said the women,
You
I
ain't got
was
to be
saying,
creep like what you like.
yeah, you got to be a creep to you got to be a creep to like your son's
Baby,
woman.
no conscious like that.
I think
No, that's a creep though. You a creep if you like your son's woman,
Right.
or you like your brother's woman, or you like your
Yeah.
uncle's woman, or whatever. You a
Yeah.
creep.
Yeah, that is creepy though. Yeah, that is creepy.
I mean,
Like,
you know, them is them cats that can't find it. It's a million women on the planet. Why I got to go deal with the one that my cousin deal with?
right,
That don't make sense.
That's the predatory type.
Yeah, that's a creep.
and that's what happened. Or that dude don't have no respect for the dude chick
Exactly.
he taking.
And then
Right.
but when I was speaking about the women, though, I was talking about like a woman would try to get at women today. I'm not
oh,
talking about a woman
Yeah.
trying to get at a man. I'm talking about if
Oh,
the woman
okay.
is on the bus stop and another
that-
woman see her and pick her up, she might be trying to get at her too. That's what I was talking about.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
It happens. They put
that, that could happen too.
In this society, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen.
Keep asking, am I over 40 born?
I didn't
Yeah,
even
she
hear her
heard
say.
You
I
do
didn't
keep
know-
because
asking.
you did say it.
You
about
asked.
2-3
Yeah,
times
if
now.
it's if
But you already know she over 40.
it's just proving my point.
Because he testing your
it's
gangster.
jokes.
That's all
I
that.
think
jokes.
that's what's happening.
It's
Yeah.
jokes, cuz.
Now,
That's
wow, your mama, wow.
Right.
Right. We all kind of were taken back by that one. Shit, I'm from the South, and that's bullshit. Have at me. Bobby Simmons
Oh.
picking at you,
I was gonna
Miss
say he
Parker.
tried.
I'm from the South too, so
No, it ain't coming.
He
Nobody
keeps
from my
fighting.
house. My sister, my daughters, nobody when I ain't here. That's not because I don't trust them. It's because I know how dirty men can be.
Right.
Then
No
that
doubt.
man shouldn't be in your house, baby girl.
This is a whole.
You don't never know that. You don't never know how dirty they are until they
the deeper hole.
pull nothing around you. They're gonna make like they a perfect man, a perfect angel. But leave your
Oh.
boyfriend in the house with your niece is fine to tell and see what happened when she come out the door, what she got to tell you.
Yeah, you're right.
Click that.
You're right.
Let's see if we.
We
can
don't
find
have a
it on
video
here.
for this, but
She ain't gonna fuck around you. But let somebody pretty come up in the house when you gone. And supposed to be your niece. See what they're gonna do. I'm saying.
we got
Y'all don't come to my house when I ain't home. That's all I got to say.
Hey, we want to go over this one.
We don't want to go.
Hold on.
No, I'm gonna
Hold
show you
on.
something.
Tina finna exit stage left because I got a room I have to paint at home. I just
Yeah.
purchased a house and I gotta get it ready for tomorrow. So I was
Congratulations.
supposed to hard stop like 15 minutes ago, but my brother born power and my sister Miss the Dream Experience will take over from here.
And we got one more. We got one
They
more.
got one more discussion, and I'm glad I'm exiting stage left because this is what
I'm not letting him do
I
this one. We
don't.
cannot. I don't even want to
I
spend
don't
my
want to be
energy on
part of
that
that.
one.
No, it's good though. It's good because what she's saying that group is being disrespectful to women.
Oh, come on.
We not going there.
You trying to spin it so that it sounds no. I'm not buying. Go on ahead and play your video, boom.
No, oh God, no.
Okay,
I
won't do it. I won't do it. But anyway, listen, we had a good time.
We did. You don't have to
Yeah,
hit it on my
look,
account. Y'all got one more topic to go over.
It's more.
It is more. It's
in
one.
there.
It's at least one
It's
more.
just we don't necessarily want to.
We had two more, but we did not
But
have.
the dream won't let you take over with that one.
We do not need. Lord have mercy. That's not how I want to spend my energy for the last topic of conversation.
Right.
Gotta be worth it. Okay, let's
be
see
careful.
what we.
So
we got a few.
Stacy says the Bobby wants to smoke.
Yes, he wants all the smoke today.
Yeah, give us 1 second. We about to show this last one. Real quick, y'all. Here it come. Here it go. We got this one right here coming up, y'all.
I think we've talked about a version of that. We talked about that one. Keep going down. That's the one we talked about last time. This one is about.
Here we come, y'all. Here we come. Give us 1 second. We finding the last one.
Yes, because once we find the last one, I'll tell you what we was not going to talk about.
Here I come. Here I come.
That's a nice one.
I did not see this, so I don't know what it is.
Joshua put stepfather, put real father in check at the kid's birthday party. No, I didn't see that.
Here we come, y'all. Here we come. Here we come.
Who is he? We don't know who.
Here we go. We getting it on.
Oh, that was one. Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that. We just finished up with what a woman need to do.
Okay, we're gonna share this with y'all real quick.
And I'm just gonna say we wasn't talking about Candace Owens. We was not gonna do that.
And I love Candace.
We're not doing that.
Mr. Higgins said I would be an ass if my partner's wife was stranded and I didn't help her. No,
I would
doubt.
think so.
Yeah, you gotta help. You gotta help.
I would think so.
Let me show y'all this. I'm gonna share this video with y'all, and then we gonna dip, dive. Let's go. We gonna go here, and we gonna go like this.
Icebreaker for us to just be around each other without it being too intimate. Golfing, bowling, a wine feast, escape room. Number 3, want to confirm the day of with a simple good morning text. Hey, can't wait to see you. I'm always offering to send her a car to pick her up on the first day. Whether she accepts or declines is up to her comfortability. Always want to give a nice compliment. You smell amazing. You look amazing. It's the toes for me. It's the hair for me. Something. This is where I feel like a lot of you guys lose that. Learn to have good conversation by asking great questions. What are 3 absolute deal breakers for you? What's something you could have done better in your previous relationship? Now, towards the end of the date is when you want to start hitting towards the second date and paying the bill. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Splitting the bill on the first date is the absolute worst shit you could ever do, bro. Just because you paid the bill does not mean she's obligated to go home with you. Give her a kiss on the forehead. Text me when you get home. Find a way to pay the bill when she's not looking. Because flashing your money, that's not a flex, but that's corny. Your mannerisms and respect for your server is an ultimate flex. Post-date etiquette is super important. The moment my ass hit the seat in my car, I'm immediately sending a text saying, hey, I had such a great time with you. Thanks for spending time with me. 10 super simple first date tips guarantee that you get a second date. Plan the date. So make the reservation, send her 2 or 3 options to choose from. To ask a young lady out on a date and then say, hey, what you want to do or where you want to go, it ultimately shows that you're a man that can't leave. I like to do something fun and active before we even get to dinner. It's just a great icebreaker for us to just be around each other without it being too intimate. Golfing, bowling, a wine taste, escape room. Number 3, want to confirm the day of with a simple good morning text. Hey, can't wait to see you later. I'm always offering to send her a car to pick her up on the first date. Whether she accepts or declines is up to her comfortability. Always want to give a nice compliment. You smell amazing. You look amazing. It's the toes for me. It's the hair for me. Something. This is where I feel like a lot of you guys lose that. Learn to have good conversation by asking great questions. What are 3 absolute deal breakers for you? What's something you could have done better in your previous relationship? Now, towards the end of the date is when you want to start hitting towards the second date and paying the bill. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Pay the bill. Splitting the bill on the first date is the absolute worst shit you could ever do, bro. Just because you paid the bill does not mean she's obligated to go home with you. Give her a kiss on the forehead. Text me when you get home. Find a way to pay the bill when she's not looking. Because flashing your money, that's not a flex, but that's corny. Your mannerisms and respect for your server is an ultimate flex. Post-date etiquette is super important. The moment my ass hit the seat in my car, I'm immediately sending a text saying, hey, I had such a great time with you. Thanks for spending time with me. 10.
Woo-wee, that was a lot he talked about.
He gave you 10 tips. And since we talked about what a woman need to do to keep a man, My question is for you guys: are y'all okay accepting advice from other men,
Yeah, I'm
such
always.
as that?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
always.
yeah,
I'm always.
absolutely.
Yeah. Did you learn anything from that little clip?
From him?
Yeah.
No.
Those are things you would have already did, or you don't think that they are important?
Well, what he's doing is he's he pandering to the women, right?
Okay.
He's pandering. He got some good advice. Well, he got some good advice for somebody that might be 20, 22.
Okay.
When somebody's a 40 and above, a man that's 40 and above,
Should they know those things already?
they definitely should know those things. I mean, modern era. You am I texting somebody as soon as I get in the car? No. You know what I mean?
Even if you had a good time with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna let them know when I get to the house. I might, but right away. I
Okay.
probably won't do that. That's almost like
So you're not disagreeing with the advice that you should let her know you had a good time. You just saying you wouldn't do it soon as you got in the car. You would wait till later. You
right.
play that space game, like I don't want to seem too thirsty, so I'm gonna take my time responding back, or I'm gonna hit her tomorrow so she don't think I'm on it like that.
See, the thing is too, like,
Well, no, you was getting ready to answer a question, then go to something else. Do you do that?
yeah, because now it's gotten to the point where the women that I date, right, and when I say that, I'm talking about the over the 40s,
Okay.
right?
The ones who sabotage, right?
Yeah, the 30s and up, right?
The ones who
40
sabotage.
sabotage, but 40 is sabotage.
So your date's gonna be between 30 and 39, is what you're saying?
30 and 31.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hey,
Woo! All right.
But see,
everybody out
I'm
there.
probably, I know I'm older than born. I'm probably one of the more older people, in the discussion. But I'm old school, so number one, I'm gonna let her know that I had a good time before she leaves. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna communicate that verbally, face to face. I'm not a texter.
Okay.
I like to express myself face to face or on the phone.
That's why it's for
I text because it's necessary. But
Right.
if I could, I'd much rather talk to somebody. And I have never in my life not paid for a date, especially a first date. So, that's the way I was brought up. You ask a girl on a date, you pay for it. It ain't none of that 50-50 and that's some bullshit. But
So do you
that's just me.
find his tips? You find his tips helpful in terms of if a young man was taking a lady out on a date, you would say these are good tips to
Yeah.
follow.
Oh, yeah. That was very helpful for a young man who's trying to establish himself with a young lady, and they're going on a first date. At my age, I pretty much know how to date. I'm going to pay for it whether I have a good time or not. And
Are
if
you
I
gonna
did
plan
not
it?
have, I'm sorry.
Are you gonna plan it? Because
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
we started out today
Absolutely, I'll plan it.
the man to plan it. Now we got this dude saying you could plan it, give her 3 options, let her pick one, and go from
Right.
there. You okay with planning it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You see, that's the thing. Seems like I'm not a young man.
I mean,
The stuff that he's saying, that stuff that he's preaching, I've been through.
Right.
My father was the one I got advice when I was growing up. So I've been through that. And my sons are 33 and 32. So, I taught them. So, it's just, I'm not saying it should be common sense, but it should be taught as the from generation to generation.
For me,
We're
Mr. Mitchell,
losing something. Every generation that comes along, we lose a little bit more.
We do.
For me, Mr. Mitchell, I'm not gonna pay for the first date all the time because that depends on who the woman is. So, like, you got some women that claim so much independence that if she is claiming that kind of independence, she got to step up to the independent plate. You know what I'm saying? So, like, years ago, we might do that. You know what I'm saying? But now,
Right.
with the like I said, so I'm stuck on this thing about the over 40. I'm dead serious. Over 40s, they sabotage so well because they'll claim independent. I'm an independent woman. I'm this. I'm that. Woo, woo, woo. Right. And then when you get on a date, they say, "Well, why you don't want to pay? Because you independent." You see what I'm saying? When you preach it, play it.
So
Right.
we still talking about first date, right?
Yeah.
You invited her or she invited you?
It don't matter.
I think that's exactly where it
Because
matters.
it depend on if how she talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
She could be Beyonce, but if you invite her out for a first date, then you pay for it.
Not necessarily. Because it's what if she asks me, do I want to go to the comedy show?
You didn't have that plan, or you didn't have that money. Did she say, "I got the comedy show"?
Nah, she should pay for it. Because I didn't say it.
But if you invited her out, is my question. If you invite her out, she's still supposed to pay?
Yeah. If
Man, get
the
out of here with
conversation
that.
if the conversation is about her,
Fellas, y'all gotta tell me, is this what I'm looking at? If you
Boy,
invite me out,
if her
I
boy,
gotta
conversation,
you know,
if
you,
her
you,
conversation,
you my man 100 grand, boy. You my man 100 grand, but I can't ride with you on this one.
thank you,
I know.
Mr. Higgins, Mr. Simmons. I need to hear from y'all. If you invite the lady out on a first date, not down the line, first date, you invite her out, she gotta pay for it?
What's the
Please help
conversation?
me.
The conversation before the first date is what dictate what happened on the first date. Okay, so we having a conversation on the first date, right? Before the first date. So we had two conversations already, right? I'm already knowing, are we gonna have sex or not?
Oh my God, really? So does that matter if you pay for the date or not? That matters.
No, but I'm saying
I appreciate
no,
the honesty. Real
but
talk.
no, but listen,
Please,
what I'm
because
saying
I'm like,
though,
what the
listen,
hell?
what I'm
No,
saying,
sir.
hold up, what I'm saying though, that was like a little side humor, but what I'm saying is in the
No,
conversation,
bro. No.
wait, hold up. In the conversations leading up to the first date is what's gonna determine what happens on the first date. It'll determine where we go and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna determine where we go and everything. You feel me? So like,
I can
so
hear
it's
you.
gonna determine, am I gonna put pressure on her to try to get some sex? Is it gonna determine, am I gonna let her, is she gonna be the one that pays for the date? Is it gonna be about her or me picking where we go? This is all determined by the conversation you have beforehand. You can't have a conversation with me and think that you telling me how independent you are, and then when we going out, I'm not gonna let you display your independence.
Mm, okay.
You got to display that you take.
I'm very happy to be hearing
Remember,
and learning these
remember
things.
what women say, right?
What?
Actions speak louder than words. So
Right. I'm
you
still
put the
stuck
words
on
out
the
there.
you invited me out part, and now I'm paying.
Yeah, why not?
Cause then I'm looking at you like he's a clown, and I'm moving on. Cause
Just because
you
he,
invited me.
He said in the video that you have to what you're trying to do on the first date is establish the second date. That ain't gonna happen. You know,
how did you
And
establish the first date though?
the trick is you can get anything you want from a woman if you play your cards right. Anything you want, you can have it.
She could get what she want from a man
if she play her cards right. Exactly.
Exactly.
But what you talking about ain't playing your cards right.
Okay, so
you invite her out and she gotta pay. That's an automatic. Get the fuck out of here.
She's showing me
Get out
how
of here.
independent
I
she
wouldn't give a
is.
damn if she had an IPO and is now the richest woman in America. If you
Ooh,
invite
Lord.
me out,
No, it don't
and I
matter how
done
much.
told
Y'all
you
are killing.
I just had an IPO
It
and
doesn't
now
matter
I'm the
how much
richest woman
money
in
she has.
America.
See, you basing it on money.
But I'm basing it on you saying if she says she's independent.
I'm basing it on conversation. I'm basing
and
it
her
on
conversation could be, I'm independent.
Yep.
I don't need a man. I want a man.
Yep.
And that conversation entices you to ask her out. And she's like, I like you. I dig it. Yes, let's go out. Now you telling me we on the date and you like, well, you know, in our conversations, you was all Miss Independent. So I know you got it. And Mr. Simmons says it doesn't always have to involve going to a restaurant. It could be anything. It don't have to be a restaurant. We could be going to an escape room or rock climbing or
and
whatever.
She can pay for that.
That you invited her to?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wait, look, because you gotta listen.
Okay.
Okay, like Mr. Mitchell just said, the first day leads up to the second day. What happens on there establishes what you establish in the first day leads up to the second day. But
That's the
what
goal.
leads up to the first day?
I agree. It could be the conversation. It could be the spark of attraction. It could be a numerous amount of things that lead you to a
Exactly. And
first
that's where
date.
you getting to know that person. And if that person is coming off and saying how independent she is and so on and so forth, then she got to pay that.
Get out of here.
She got to pay that
Nope.
fee. Is she coming
If
to get
I
me?
invite you,
Wait,
I might pay.
Wait.
But
Is
if
she
you
coming? Is she
invited
coming to,
me, I ain't paying
all right,
nothing.
so let me ask this then. Do I go pick her up?
That is something y'all decide. Like he said, most women.
So why we can't decide who pay for this?
Most women. Well, and I ain't gonna say most women. I can't speak for most women. It depends. Intuition plays a lot into this. Some people, you don't ever want them to know where you rest. So no, you would not let them pick you up. Some people you might meet somewhere or a mutual location, but some people might feel comfortable. He said in his video, I'll offer to send her Uber. She can accept it or she can decline it, but I offer. And in my mind, that's saying, well, he knows that it might be a little uncomfortable for him to come pick me up. So he's giving me another option to still be able to meet him.
Send her Uber to the address that he don't know.
So I mean, just making the offer. She might say, "No, I'm good. I meet you there or whatever." I'm just saying it's the thought that count, which is basically what I feel like he was saying in those 10 tips.
But see,
it's the thought that counts. If you're trying to get from date number 1 to date number 2, you have to show that person that you are thoughtful, that you're thinking, that you are putting some things in play. But if that person invited me out to a first date, and then because I'm independent, I should pay for you to have the pleasure of my company, and you invited me out.
Do you believe in equality?
I absolutely believe in equality. And if I invited you out,
what does it mean?
If I invited you out, I would pay with no problem. But if you invited me out, I'm not paying for nothing.
You invite me out, you send the car to come get me.
I could. We could ask you. I'm offering you the Uber,
or you come get me.
I could ask it. I could say I don't feel. You could ask, and we'll talk about whether we doing that or not.
See, the same thing's got to apply on both sides.
Not. Well, you might be right. That's a non-negotiable for me on the first date, and that's a quick ass way to not get a second one. Well, but that's why you got to know or figure out who you talking to.
But the conversation is what gets you to that point. And that's what I'm saying. With thoughtfulness as well, but it got to be some point in there where we got this understanding, right? That your conversation better be super tight and make no mistake with your words, because I'm gonna hold you to them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't. That ain't the kind of man I'm looking for.
What you say, Miss Parker? Tell me something, Miss Parker.
What you want to know?
What we just talked about. Talk to us.
Well, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Because if your conversation with a woman is always, you can say, a lot of women can just say that I'm independent, but some women go overboard. I'm independent. I don't need a man to do shit. I got my own house, got my own car. I'm growing my own garden. Okay, baby, let's go out. Let's go out to lunch. Okay, the bill comes. Okay, you that independent, then you pay for this bill. Pay for the motherfucker. You got it going on better than I do, so you pay for our food.
I ain't paying.
Use that independent thing to a level to discuss men, and they're gonna make you prove how independent you are.
Exactly.
If I'm independent and I invite you out,
if you're an independent woman, you ain't got to say that.
Exactly.
I would invite you out. I'm not paying. If I invite you out, then I pay. If you invited me out, I don't care what the conversation was about my means or independence.
Don't go like that. When you trying to get a man's attention, and all you can talk about what you do, what you got, how you got it. When we get to this restaurant, you got this too, right, boo? You got that too? Don't no man do all that.
Here it is.
That is not. There it is.
You
That
wanted to
is
hear from the
not
fellas. I want to hear from the
I
women.
appreciate her perspective, just like I appreciate yours. I'm just saying it though. That
This is
don't
like,
work for me.
look,
Perspective.
sis, that's just like if you talking to a dude, right?
Mhm.
And the whole time he talking to you, you kind of liking him, but you really think he playing.
Mhm.
Time he talking to you, he telling you, because I got a cousin like this. Well, if I meet a woman, she got to take care of me. She got to pay my bills. She got to do that. Okay, so you gonna try him, right? Okay, let's go out to let's go out to. No, he asked you to go out to dinner.
Mhm.
Y'all get there. That's what he gonna expect you to do, right? Is pay for the meal, right?
What's the
So
bargain? He
when
laying tight.
a woman telling a man how independent she is, that's what that man gonna expect her to do. You show me better than you can tell me.
That's exactly right.
If they having the conversation about her independent, or she mentioned it, I'll go with your scenario. She talking about being independent, being able to take care of her own,
Right.
and you and this man is having that conversation.
Mhm.
And obviously the conversation is flowing in a direction that makes you both interested.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
he's knowing based on this conversation that you saying you're independent, but he still chooses to invite you out.
Mhm.
He's inviting you. You didn't, like I said, if I invited him, I would have no problem at
Mhm.
all if I invited him. But he invites you. He
Mhm.
invites you and then expects you to pay for it. What
That's what-
kind of
how independent you are. Since you bragging about it, be
some
about
pimp shit right there? And ain't nobody doing
it.
that. Like,
Bragging
no,
about
it ain't
it, be
happening.
about it. If you're an independent woman, it's gonna show in the way you talk, walk, and everything. You ain't got to keep saying it.
Exactly.
Now,
And you
what
definitely
I'm
got to
saying
call
is, you
Tokyo.
got to prove this to me. Prove to me how independent you are. Pay for the steak and potatoes we just had.
Exactly.
I hear you, but that still sound like bitch
It-
assness
That's
in my
like
ears.
What?
Like,
woman is always, to me, a woman who's always bragging on how independent they are,
mm-hmm.
is lacking in a lot more areas. Because there's some women that ain't had no job,
Mm-hmm.
ain't had formal education. They can give you a better conversation and make you feel better than a woman that's self-dependent. It's so independent and high on the horse. Don't no man want to hear that. They want to hear a man want a woman to feel, even though everybody say I don't need no man, but a man want to feel needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. That's word.
So then you would think he would pay for the first date.
Not if you would, not if you was the right woman.
I'm just
If you was
saying,
the right
if you
woman, he
want to feel
would. Not
needed,
Hey,
if you're the right woman, he would.
I'm, I'm,
yeah, he should.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, Miss Parker.
Yeah,
Don't nobody like nobody with no big kid that's bragging about I got this, I got that. I've been doing this for myself. All well, you keep on doing that, but when we go out to dinner, you're gonna pay for that too.
and let's be clear who shifted the conversation this way, talking about the whole independent woman thing. But
But
yeah, you should
some women, not
have
all
it with her.
women, not all women, but some women just take it too far.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and because that's the way a lot of women today, right? And
Uh-huh.
I say this, like again, I'm not even playing around. A lot
Right.
of women, when they get over that 40 mark, they start claiming so much independence. They
Hmm.
care so
Like
much
they don't need.
don't
You
need.
know what? You know what? Born. You know what people fault is when they say, "I don't need nobody." You a lie because everybody needs somebody.
Everybody, I'm not independent. I'm dependent. I need
I'm
somebody.
not
I need
dependent, but I'm
somebody too.
interdependent. I'm
Look,
interdependent. I'm
look.
a relationship girl. I like a partner. I don't need it. That's the difference.
I need it.
Like
I
I
need it.
want it. I don't need it. And
I
I want it.
needing it implies that if you don't have it, you can't make it. Needs and wants are
Oh,
different.
ain't what that imply. That is not what that implied.
If
That
you need
you
something,
just
yeah,
it's
need the
vital.
man
it's
to
vital.
meet.
Huh?
It's
Because
vital.
you say you need a man, don't mean it does not mean it doesn't mean that.
Hey, I need.
In my
I need.
opinion,
It's
I
vital.
want I want to want you. I don't want to need you.
But
I
it's
don't
not.
want to need you for a lot of reasons. I want to want you for
It's,
all the
but
reasons,
it's nothing
right?
wrong with needing
Like
I'm
somebody.
I
just, so
said,
I want to want you for all the reasons. She lost
You
her.
might have just heard me froze up or something.
I want to want you for all the reasons that a woman wants to be with a man. I don't want to need you.
But is there anything wrong with needing somebody?
When you just looking at the definition of the word need versus want, I think so, unless you in a position where you actually need that person. Then there's no judgment that you need that person.
You have a car?
But if I am not in the position where I need that person, I don't even
Do
want
you have a car?
here. No.
Do you have a car? Yes or no?
Period. Yeah.
Okay.
In life, yeah. I thought
Do
you
you
meant
want the
here
car or
with me.
need the car?
Technically, I want it.
Okay. So you don't need it.
Because I definitely have had times when I haven't had one.
Okay.
And you still
But you
gotta
still needed
figure
it.
it out.
You didn't need it.
You wanted it. It made life easier. Like right now, I gotta call my daddy come pick me up because I'm in Milwaukee.
Okay.
So I don't have a car.
Yeah, you need it. Okay.
See, we gotta figure. I think we ran out of time, but I love y'all. Yeah, we did. I think it's a wrap.
Okay. We'll call that it too. And that's what it was, Miss Parker. We ran out of time.
But it was a nice discussion.
That's
Appreciate y'all
Yeah.
having me. It was fun as usual.
We definitely
More fun
appreciate
to
you
be
coming
in the
through.
building.
Yes, indeed. When we come down to Atlanta, we're gonna do it down there.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. I don't know what
Cool
that means, but that's cool.
That means
Hey,
that. Cool.
we appreciate everybody for coming through, especially the dream experience. Now y'all got to experience the dream.
Exactly.
Right? And so with that, we're gonna say peace. Miss Parker, it is always fun. You gotta let us know when you're doing your show too, because I don't get the pop-ups no more. You know what I'm saying? So let me know when you're doing your show. Let us know and we can join yours as well.
Perfect.
All right. And with that, we're gonna say peace, y'all. Peace. And